so letters me sending in so bamwa na so security train no ya the ball 100 times and a jamo to unyan babia na mom say o see arranging in no saba in that order 3 letters in an exact order wunya ya this kind of 1,000 times and a de amount when no kululu unyan babia we no and internet asem de here say and your smartphone so you yam krana also betimi be usevi and stress our breast star 262 hash now for follow prompt na manioma and some I find answer man to win a big game at 10 o'clock on piano draw and some abakoso 2:30 another draw abakoso 5 o'clock draw abakoso and a last draw ayana draw 9 o'clock and some our Ghana time no more and to Kabi star 262 hash now for Brahma Sika Samono and some I come out for Samuel and say young can say yeah, but what you say, what my best say, and your mamma now, and some many would dear say, be a cabby, and some achitro, a cabby, and mineral. What Jen I promise for Sabama, wash your bamo base to say, why you twice ya kunyana sem for your banner, what you timo rim up baboswo, I support to Bama, Nebama, and Yababiasi. One of us watch us on your sizer, but what you say about Kama Brokia, Tabanin, and no D4, and your country be come not for Noma, and some I find Amason, so more money dear bar, it's me. That is simply and about spiritually. Yasho kawa ewo susuma wademu and sensama kontromu sam we see customer juman upebi kranswa and ya say be banyoma bi awo from the hounding in ano or for Samuel prayer and counseling center say yan can trust a brano pay wudru menshia ahen bobuano eho and watena se freno I was 0246 667117 or do for Samuel and so abejoso.
Yes, your room or Kojak on our fiend Ebedawa Kojak Chaco toothpaste and I got a fudge to Manon Crano, Eco Squire, de Equ almost in our fee, and you ran penny 40 and also no, and a pie su a Riani and regular boy, and your number down my son so a pie fita, and my new American and a Kojak Proco, Nuti, oh yeah, what drew in the no Eberpoa, and my Utifa a drop Brunifra the migraine, Nano, a bay if you are Kojak a dray, you'll be our kind of drug and do more. And after Council Central Market Kumasi, Ubele be a crown or Kanshi drug lane over 0244 559-597 na unia dinkoma yani nkoma na yerem no tabia faso ye womo di no bebre ana be dwaso na takum no ana unique takum no ana mema ajem aginem takum no ne mo de eno eboye pantu tiem na ye bema untimi nkwa adwuma no be tatemre tanasem ya we a wo de ba ni ano abrai wo be di takum ni bi eno hansew ewo mpam ama olibido enso mwakosro entunya bia eno be bo na tabia ba mister eno join the sana phobia na no mato ntimi ne di obi a ono so complaining man Mr. Prince ni nyina no eno man o munya bi na mo botabia ba Mr. no ebeyi edefo tabia ba capsules no obi a ne yamatim ana phobia ne sisi ne ya wontimi ankoto wadro eni 0243686861 na oni pedifo din come high sense for no adaroma ye bano home appliances chroma say ne open fridge at all and asem the open sound system television and I open the ato microwave nom and I feel water dispensers no and emma ne companies I would do awo emma woman so anom no eboy water dispenser and no enso ebopa nti companies ni nyina no womo to e high sense na omote edu omojuma kettles na fe ye ka rice cooker wonya single room bi be ma be se bo anwamo bi awo demanya bi no betimi abopa enti wonhya no so ye na yesi Ghana nyina ye nuama anso boofo na ye 5-year manufacturer defect warranty enso that's what your items ni bi within 5 years how you 70 anwa no so entem ama mo akra mo achemota mo ewo kaso a west small anafe mo takwa de wo takwa wo sunya wo tachima ni nyina no wo benya bi ato ewo na afe wo kumase a ye wa dum ye wa tafo anafe ye sai ejemu ewo tana so wo be 0302 550 000 na on high sense empany for no edi enkomo enalo pay ye dem Solak Natural Clinic na yamma bi na Johnson Samati say Dr. Solomon say a prostate no and what dem abra mema enti mema yeta complain say yem prostate no problem abema ya Johnson mprebe briansa na ade no what dey prostate bi na ball o prostate be jana na so prostate na make am for the amount na ye kan bema e ball prostate no e man so Solak mister e no asotwan enso tagu o yo ba onya white and say ode poa and how I draw the ball a draw your friend Solak mister ase o be che ayi nso yi edem from one say yes oh but juma mpama o bete dem afili pa na ye kan zema no e panyan o bete den zema no so mo do and I say e mema na je tu amate say adwuma ye de ball e won pam masa unya bia no apabi panyan o tede 0245616028 na oni abonko be roma nearing komo ewo wani asem sembia make say anidaso home herbal clinic and I make up for them a doctor elder usu was a cataract when no a glaucoma and I say ya a tech and a su and so bread now only would you from dear a nim a do a tin driver would so dimu wako nchede bia odi twi ene adene nyina no eyewani ane nkoya na to kwana otavia na fe odi asem be fie intimation se pedrei ana se brain ne mo wadro na yensa ya de pure herbal and ye di juma yem fat eye drop ana sem bia spectacles bi enfama we ya di hypertension so se bra prostate ana se koko ha obi amon fama ni enter takra the port contest ya ben archbishop porter girls kuma se kwara so set park wa ya badjuma Muamu Akra Tabora Alaji Walako Junction 055-990-1234 nafe woni ya bonkomo Semens Vita Herbal Mist and Capsules again in a draw a budget pa na dear metmi akam efa drono ene se eye ntini no adwuma ana afa science kase no emu adwuma na obi asiatica ne to ase etwetwe na wo a wati pains no unya bi na onoma ebekọ ana afa wo emre mpem be ma no so no obo Mr. ne capsule cbia ebo ma 2-in-1 ebe mo wagina so ama premature ejaculation nyina no afi 0240616061 afa woni semen sempedi 14 komo yeremo Alaska wo paper no wonya bia wodi didwuma ofie odie obi wa wakọ akọji dan for single room obese oma emuye neat ni nyina no wallpapers ana bebe mu ayefe ye kanfo 3D 5D ana dem amo ana fe ye ka carpet asemia ye de etufe na fe ye ka chose eno enso ngabo amademo etimi ayefe pillowcases outdoor ana fe best spread ana ubi TV so Louis Vuitton ana fe Versace de odi brand biano yo bi obeko Kumasia ye wa dum ye be boss man building no Accra Circle tiptoe lane over from 0554-114878 nafe one year edin komo emulate herbal supplement and American for day amount way a immune supplement and as a immune booster a boosting immune system no sasoboti general well-being a purely organic edition so my meseni pediano I am re ota complainia odi premina phenom oye oba na wa ma o ma kranufuo akra enu mo na se ne wa fefunu akra ni mfe dumi enu kwa Ultimate 5 milliliter bar supplement 0535112813 na oni atinkomo natural company limited on your Proslav capsules na Proslav no what in dia evaluate and a prostate no and ya can for the amount to so be free and I say be out to so na mu apam you know o to so be ma mu ahihyewa when your Proslav be bo true man no and no enso e na weak erection premature ejaculation when you atinka be ma eso be bo adwuma mpem obayi bana wudwane so bopini no na fe adwuma no so mwekoso obana wudwane nyina no ene se wuni sa feeling no wo so be adwuma wadro no eni Congo no ni pedwana ni ewo adwuma nsa bia go na asem bia wudwane wie na ni pedwana ni no ohene wota titi a wode pebie na amwa Congo no 0249017101 na fe woni atin komo 3p garlic mixture na 3p garlic munso ne atwe garlic ane atwe emunso ane ade plant juice natural plant juice aka enso enka no anase enso enka ho ana afeja enso enka no purely natural ane ya yentisha no so ma mesa dry eno eboye pa sembi obi a wa kese a obehye ne sote obi a ne nsam ene ne naye ne titiriti obi a stroke enyanom anase bi a utieme o asthmatic patient a eno so nya bia bebo apa ntisha no so ema mesa wo to dry bia glass bottle ni tinu ya red ana garlic down sanya nu bia mento obi enso ebe down obenya bia to okenso oka wan cry okan shi wono mo obenya bia to kumase awo kolina kana fe daniaba unya bia to mo amu madina mo so mo benya bia to awo ne health alert clinic opposite post office wo ya boy to 0248928824 na unia dinkoma bye hospital ana medema ni cha doctor say odompe enen kase no bra no anya ho adwuma famo bia wa twist ni naimu atese ni nemo bu emia ukapia eno edaus uchala na yisu ayi ede afi wase bra no anya ho adwuma emfamo wachi nkase ya wo ya ospana call no wase bra na omo aju hwim bra na fe onya ho adwuma ya de bia wodi no wo de furniture tonsu agogo ya ba agogo hospital na Cross Hospitals Road 18 Johnson ya ba adwuma 0244988004 na oni achemfo bam adinkomo na Characteristic Ventures obetro drone eye ni nyina no na se nam yare rashes no eye sansem na meke ebu owa egunkomo no so utiti pai na eye kro uti na ya definitely de bia unsa she obotomu dwiba ha dwi pai nti ya wa dwi se ne obema ya de yakwa obenuma drebi 2-in-1 bomista ne gi no ensom ebeyi edefo na so man capsules no eno na ma bema wa ya mrempem bema ko 2 minutes eyi edefo na afa hindi no ensom delawe diabetes awdoa ewodi pedwe mu ana afa treat malaria fever 0246348034 na oni atwetwen komo Lawson Beverages Limited American for their mabese would delay empema Lawson delay man beaters and on American for my bema esa obadwuma mano mu empe fast charger since January na why food there be omo a long journey and o manage long vehicle and o mo pe engine tampa esa pedra ebetuma ma so atene wonamu e wo kwa ma me so e wo bema mu wadro ne delay man capsules no e man na menses intensive so enflow ye unya bia eno ebeboa wo man koda no fu a anasa drain no wo hwese de nuama enso mnase oba bia timi no bi eno e delay man capsules no bema bia e fa delay man bitters eno so etimi mmaboa 0248619999 na oni ye edin koba ye wie no ye ko amanone ano presisi na sano so power specialist herbal hospital ya ma make doctor kosia duaya na daro ma be tight se ade the doctor say wono wasasa sente no krade on time and focus ne mom e wo a wase fabra no nsa e ma prostate asem anasa fibroid d and hell obi a kidney stones e ha wadwen brain doctor mo no waye be bra ba dwama so na de omnie what you do ya herbal malamise no treat malaria and cough care ba me saw bowa wadru enie edre heba tonic onuma 20 minutes dia and so etime aboa adre ya edre e wo leading shop bia benya biato o akra ko benya ACP road no e wo power hospital bus stop onsa and so ndabeka Kumasi Feyase Bosumki road e wo adre ya junction ana mo amo water crowd wo record e wo anaje SH 0244 544422 0244 na ya ma me doctor akosua adre ya edin komana yen Jesus no ego so replica Jesus Zambia o osobote Matodana Basa timbia osobote a upe JC enso maton we papa nye jirijani bia we aye quality 0547047771 ana 0203682641 na unsa aka JC na bibia etme kama yen Facebook page no ego so koso Wontumi TV live Wontumi TV live Wontumi TV now the live no so LIV caplocks and a capital letters so bana odi asem na yi abana wa follow page no kama pa edi amay fancy di maria
wo anti yamu ati ase say old page na DM say say Facebook for nankasa na almost say 1 or 2 binti no omaje nti me fanto wanim say say na nankapo esi so ejama ye new Facebook page no and so Wontumi TV live live. Wontumi TV live. No even no LIV, you know, in caps, yes, in capitals, and as a caps lock, Okasimana fee, wabo live now. So we be yaba, streaming live now. Won't follow page, na new page now. Wa follow na fee, wa share, ama fufro, and so ehuna yenina ya kabum na fee. Yamani yaman so I find so the frontier no, and so I don't know Dr. Amuzu Adarama Amuzu P. Herbal Mishano ewo jaso say oyo bana when your infection be say be oyo bema nsansa bi enso agu bema ho ama enso vita bi efro bema mu ba fei oyo bana enso gu basa nyoma nwe pa yemfa ma ye de aye nnuano makoma ko 24 and a day aye dre fans Amuzu P. Herbal Mishano ana be kwatia infection me mo be di enya bi etu the infection bi awanya bi ano sabama na dema wo so bana dema wo se bi a mo use ade ba ko na ma so anya bi abomori anse obekwa akope bi enso ato na daroma and your day and question of the day no enso abanti eno ne ye bi say who is the most underrated football player of all time? Who is the most underrated football player of all time? Player Bernard Fuzam say our Bopa Bamsa man for underrated. I am a man for Sheden who's a born piampa of all time.
Yeah.
Why will be an
will be Robin.
Robin,
yeah. The born of a boy and we say we are seeing to me are recognizing the same.
That's right.
Bopa. Oh, do grand manager. Robin, with the which me found because the born a dear name if a pa or bonso manus on go very but
nice.
Na in Hunisa. We are seeing recognizing. Man for switch my dream. Fakao this scratches junior say was say myself was he unusual or Asante Mampon was so in Bopa Yemugusana say Asante Mampon and about Tule Isaac and say Ivan Rakitic was a Rakitic and so most underrated and no I don't know about Edward in Ketiasa I generalizing it and the Di Maria and numbers no crazy or no and Senka and the Yasia Unana Kubina Dixon say fancy from Manso Kaniago I was seeing shoot also after Darwin Nunes or more and also called Jambo and no dote about Mike Magnus Imperial or said Di Maria and Woko Diamano do Ampa Isaac said Di Maria and Woko Diamano Antonio Kwame Masha said Di Maria and also Conte Amano Ata Simon said Messi on any day Messi no Kwamano Prince AJ sa Samoa Baby Jet Jam and Kwamano
when you saw the lady about say or Kwama Musa Dembele of Tottenham Hotspur Dembele and maybe a chum about my ISP or no and Foster and Kumade and a message and a call and Yamano Usu I am Mauritius I say I am Golo Kante and Antonienki and Suchuzi Mesut Ozil Lafay Patrick Espes who say Di Maria all the credit goes to Messi at the national team Anna what also best watch I said Di Maria yeah Jumapa I think Golo Kante so a woman and away I say couple a Di Maria and I Casti and so and this message you know and some not a banana po show us way a Ruben for Bayern I feel say as Ben Justy at the free a Ticoland and some and a day the message you know and some other buy a couple me and share your bad ways and say I'm say Tunaki Kanawaka Krabia boom real quick you 160 horse Mammy Rama na fee young comrade na BW8 EEB 83B BW8 EEB 83B second code I 100 os
okay
BW8 EEB 473 EW8 EEB 473 last code I 55 os Yemium BW8 EEB DFA BW8 EEB DFA yes good no yes and then Monday yes every cry real quick
Fancy.
Chairman, fancy your stubborn.
Oh, sponsor there. No other fancy.
Chairman.
Fancy, you're strong.
Oh, you're dancing so. You're betting in a time we share because now what's your night chikakra?
Abada be a shamo. A human koso. Some share a year sports. I walk Ghana there. I can confidently confirm. Say, a year Wontumi sports no. I don't know number one. Just say, I start BRB and I would able.
That's right.
Na tapuku baby will be on Samra. So Otomwa.
Maybe a bishop will be a
bishop will be our Samra.
Samra Juma Samra. Now so 2 car. Okay, to Shaman as a bishop. I think our Tomwa.
Now we need a kiss Zwakasa.
Oh, nice.
Many a kiss Zwakasa.
Okay.
That's a Jumano Wontumi sports. A big swire can say. Nabeka say, now house will be a tear, a brutally. We walk on near dear Yina. A one will be a no etium. Moya can say, Moya tough. And Utino, maybe Soriano pa. Now Wontumi. I mean, Tia Wontumi sports. Bibiano, how may I say? I have one. Just a point on Quantino, and I'm about your lunch and you ever have.
Oh, Chairman, that's all.
Everyone class at some could do.
Chairman, said to tell you, Chairman, and I let them the Massa, where Yagani. We only take it your own buffalo. Only take it your own buffalo. Chairman, that's so because them say, time on common started, say, of course, none of my Yikakra, Chairman, well, lie.
Oh, my God.
I was not talk with you more. And more the old
for Perudo. More for Perudo.
Bishop, or the master triple. I thought we could be so cold. Hey, Chairman, I mean, you about so dear, and been coming said there, and some of the more Kotokomodian Adina and your mail course were Ghana League. Now I'm on person of discovery, Chairman, league, Mumway. I
Kotoko dear, meaning say. Maminin can't chas Santamai, Namin chas Santamai, you ra yakane, Utumfo said to a baby as I took a toko hene. Our yas Santamai ra, Nemquaso, or no one so, and that Kotokoso so any dear. Massiciano, and number MPP in Tino. I had a drew baby at Namma Somono. Yasumu or Quambi Bresso, and near the by minim say, maybe Baba, Kotoko Chema, dear Medibi. Hey. Yeah, minimum same river maybe.
Wow.
Yes, now semi disuswa. Me the gaga yes hi sikade patapa. Me the befum amatimuno abba back. Said you na bra na Herbert Mensa was so ya you know. Herbert was so ya you know. Sabre ni iswa asafo yehu bi. Enti meka ni nyina de abomu de hyehye aka ho a. What you say? Baby akotoko ka kodro no. Obia no behu no. But said ye Yesu catch Mary say memre nso ye no. Enu bi na ne. Me catch her say memre nso. Because adwuma bi e de be ma obia na wo say utime yere wo ho. Na utime ye na wo ye ni ye soso. E san say ye pese ye boa MPP na 2028 yes aba power nintino enema bebre wo ha menka na mum se me ba ye yidia I will be the first a friend say club chairman to say Moruno crab ya metimi de na ba no aba be coach aye Kotoko. Yes, made the international coach and I'm the baba so me duru so antina meka se me de sheshe na guy what you say na made the players akesia and so omo bobo to say Real Madrid mo any Man U mo Man City mo any Arsenal mo any Chelsea mo no so no ye di bi so beba aba befra now
the ugly for top players $4 million.
This is what we
3 million euros.
Sikana nya kokra na wo Ghana na wo the money nya ho na wo aya ha na wo aya Ghana ane ye wo What you say? And to play a beer or buy a beer or buy a year. If you are member at ceremony or the brochure crow, need be sad. Oh, and gotcha. If you have my casa memo matrimony, casa memo matrimony, and a brochure crow, yabi. Yes.
Chairman's what a guy is some
patapana sika and the sika so come. I just some come.
My affair.
Oh, Charlie. Hi, Mr. Gig where I make a was a winner. A Bessie. Wow, Mr. Giggy, my can wound to me. Missy, Bessie. Oh, coffee. Mese ya besum ye urade asanteman anwanwa juma no you nyame wo hoda se uji didia obeya juma ansachre ni no you nyame wo hoda se uji didia obeya juma ahenu yehuwa ekat we ahata et yehuwa elohika bika luvika Uvika naveshika, uvika miyodika, tode yashak. Tode yashak. Tode yashak. In English, in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Na guess it is okay how guess no me say guess no me say how many boys in this year me say guess it say who to is sponsor I number one
Chema we match way and some now chasania your fans no aye dagu na chase game ni na no we must return to aye spend afa we must some about proper celebrate season ni na no and some na betimi akwa comment na aye Ghana time aye 11 o'clock karopai and abobo kwa fans dagu omo and some other FC Barcelona we must some game about so love na no pay no now we don't time am on the town of pay and jumadia your fans Wontumi sports brighter American to just say Teresa manager no and I just have contender your fans Lamin Jamal abama boy no and some arresting afa Lamin Jamal so for bench and some anaba na mo ye ni yesi na so onim sa wo mo squad the manager na area aba to twane nyina no wo mo start a player your fans Lamin Jamal way a moment at team no wo mo so aba be room and some our stadium aba drag game no wo mo so time asoa wo mo so aba bonti se ebia wo fie ana monitor no pay some our TV so announce ebia monitor some our nyumo ni adia way a moment FC Barcelona wo mo so team bus aba betro wo mo so Roma our stadium ama sa game nyina no eno some aba so manager no boy aye number one choice your father say one Garcia and some our post anymore wo Bob Branch and Jules Kunde center backs no wo fa aye Jean Martin and some other central defense and what day Ronald Araujo and some partner no and Alejandro Balde and about three no wo call aye me do two arches no and some aye turning point and I say and aye four kumna ya taka say pivot bakom aye Frankie de Jong ebiem and some aye player your fan say Gavi and Aquatana your fan say draw one and your chance start game no and some mum no enem the first so aye Lamin Jamal Rafinha and some Benkum so a striker your fan say Robert Lewandowski and some other animal striker and some Adama Basa Shak me that say and almost squad in here when some aye players and other player no aye duba ko ana German say can say we must kick off and aye juma our dagu our bra we must some other club no we must some bomb game and one something you know ya ema ya for another pay and some our shadow na you know our boss and any young course one afa young fan later stand ya day and some amra answer mabo aye players they want Aquatana your fan Mark Bernal na report amenya no sa Aquatana Wakaya ɛyɛ last season ɔmo kɔyɛ pre-season say ɛna akora no konya ACL in terms of the whole of last season kora no wanhyɛ da amobo papa bi na no kora de amanfo so I was some amoma McBanal ɛkɔ abɔntene akɔta no ɛnsom ɛkɔpɔlɔn bi ɛnsom ɛbɔsɛrɛ bɛyɛ wɔno som ɛbɛnya playing time ɛnsom ɛne ade na mom demensan ka no na ɛrɔpɛ no sɛ wɔm se nyame yɛ adom a ɛnom ɛyɛ game ɛwɔ sɛ ba so 6 days time na kyɛ sɛ ɛndru ɛyɛ 1 week koraa wɔm bɔ ɛyɛ 1 gamper ɛna already 1 gamper trophy no nso no yɛde ka de abɛbɛto wɔnem sɛ ɛyɛ bɔbɔku a yɛfa no sɛ Barcelona wɔm ɛbɔ ɛde atia side ɛno nso ɛyɛ kyɛ sɛ komo ɛno ɛyɛ Fabregas ɛnso ɛtim no wɔm no boss ɛna bɛbɔ saa game a ɛno nso ɛbɛba so Curtin Reza ɛna ma boss season no wɔm sɛ McBanal ɛbɛnya chance na fa akɔda no ɛnso ɛnya bɔ ne bi abɔ ɛwɔ ba report am nsa ka no kyɛ ɛba no nyinaa no wɔm tiri ɛba sa fei ɛna bia yɛbɛtwɛn sɛ bia nyame yɛ adom a ɛndru the month of ɛyɛ November ɛnso ɛde kɔ December no na ɛsɛ akɔda no ɛbɛbɔ ɛyɛ bia full game ɛnso ɛde ama boss afɔ no deɛ wɔbɛnya minute ne bi abɔ against ɛyɛ Como ɛno ɛnso ɛyɛ Abdetaba Shak mede ɛyɛ kyɛ sɛ 600 euro bi ɛnso ɛma fafoma me na wɔn si game na ɔmo ba bɔ against Como no basafoɔ anim sɛ bi a wɔyɛ friendly anasɛ mpo ebi a wɔyi ɛnso ɛyɛ nia yɛfa no sɛ nom ɛnso ɛkyɛ sɛ 1 gampa dwom nso ɔmo ka no nyinaa no sɛ match no ɛbɔ so no wɔn tete ɛyɛ ticket no so in fact wɔn medical class bi a motɔ no nyinaa no wɔn ma mo ɛyɛ 50% ɛyɛ discount na 50% discount abɛnya no nyinaa no yɛsɛm ɛno nkɔkɔ dai ɛna ɔn sɛ stadium nso no ɔmo wɔ baabi yɛ ka no sɛ hɔ no ɛyɛ presidential box ɛyɛ Tafero ɛyɛ the royal box ɛnso ɛdema Barcelona na deɛ bansafoɔ ka no nyinaa no sɛ ebia woni gye wona ogye won pa bia popular stand won pa bia center line policy so ye ta kanam o kroma na bia won pa the royal box babia wo be say you want to bamba and say bia you want to chill with the big boys say bia no wala porta no am so ana kwhwabom dia aye 600 euros ano and some amount abetu ansana when you say aye presidential box or and some boss say bia bouncer and some any Como game no wo so about me ahwani eno aye 7,189 Ghana and can 71 million eno aye amount also transana wo so about me akoda tie dem so mo kan nyina no so about 600 euros na ene ma pi ana ba kwa mesanso no wɔn say seat a ɔbɛtena so a wɔbɛtumi enjoy na sɛ the best seat our stadium no ɛno so bi ɛna wɔbɛtena na ɛyɛ premium seat ɛso ɛnyɛ seat bi akɛkɛ wɔtena se kakɛ na sɛ wɔto ɛyɛ ɔyɛ na wo change wo to position dabi wɔnom ɛyɛ seat a wɔte so ampa wɔtum sɛ akɔne na wɔte so no ebiem ɛnso ɛne sɛ wonya access ɛde kɔ ɛyɛ VIP room hɔ a kyɛ sɛ presidential box no mu no ɛyɛ uninterrupted ɛyɛ premium catering aduane abum enti we no anya bia wo kratch wadidi kakra ya mo bi medi bidabi ba sa aduane siwo a treatment bia na wo som obeso de ma hui wo som obetimi dia ma sa ya ma no mo na sempanifo bi ne ye nua ma yi ko wadi ahodo a na wa fa pole bag a shine bag me wadi aduane okotu abafie so me gazena wo nya ma yemfo hwe ba wo se aduane ku politi mo ma sa fo no same who trust us kana inside obetimi adidi ache say o nom udidi ni sane ma no nyina no de obetimi adidi obetimi adi ade na ache say o mabiam 600 euros no wo ba enjo ebiam ankwada na wo mo yanda 16 years of age no wo mo ntimi emba ayesa ba bi ayekai enti mo nhya no so amayesa no ayesa the treatment ebesi akwa bra wo mo ball game against Como eno enso aye update eba ho nsam nyina no ye de ema ye tofa enano pai enso awo show no so na Barcelona ansa omo shoes no wo mo kasam akwana na no yo modere boy a mebeka se obaye deputy ama aya Lamine Jamal ye follow Rone Barge na no hye go na mafo se asema America ne kapo aya no kwanye se bia na mi dwamani ball no de bankuma pa se coach etimi de saka akwana yi ema akwana no ba onu ball no bo brutal na omode ne ba no mo yesa nkoba konkoda ne mo ama me kai pass last week mo ba bi na me be ka sa wo mo coach ne say sa akoda ne be so stay our first team mu dia etino no so hwe go bi o sha ne last week na ye don sem nyina ba na shadow akakọ esen kwakoyi ensom adjama no report am say kan say wo ne bonse yes afei abe join aye Barcelona omo first team e wa bra akoda no say o se bobo no the first team na mo no I was one some eko and a boy na me dey di atutwa say one some starting game and pay against aye Daiguno your fan draw no and some other develop with Barca Athletic ewa bra wabakọ some other first team no kakra ebi omo ye training na my friend Denaba na so drew ebi a match there akoda draw abakọ akọbọ and some other Barcelona Athletic afa Dani Rodriguez so dey no wabo so boy no betimi akolon and Jean Vegeli wano some ayobi am say woman maintain 50% of akoda no na right na just wano ayobi akodie na some other so ayomo dia a chese femino woman oni akoda na half afei woman Geoffrey Torrent and some ayoboy bia wano so the Barca Athletic abakoso a develop our bra same time obenya chance and Barcelona woman some first team no and some training and a Barca akoda na Yefano, aye Tony Fernandez no, wanu some nabenya time any bobokua. Yefano sa Barca no, either sebia Barca Athletic, and I sebia Kodano, and some other carbon tin on load. I know, aye sebia Sanjano, and some Nabasianko. Now from last week and the last 2 weeks, I banning no story I'm a tag them out, and some and say. Now go to Belfast Testegano, one abaka 3 months, I'm a club, abakas aye 4 to 5, I'm a doctor, one some aye surgery, and also proceed. And some arma Quran because I phone and it says ebiem Emma Barcelona etimi register one goalkeeper fans one Garcia na metesa yes from Testegan Campono o bona chesa osronya menyame wona komam yes Testegan same onko se aye problem bia Emma Barcelona emposa Barca for submit aye names say Testegan eko aye 4 months and I say bia wako 5 months and untim also na ya register san kwada ni nyina na report am say karasa koba sebia La Liga and performing bisa aye the goalkeeper in question aye for say Testegana mete say yes boy no aba approve we be catch am say medical report na Barcelona and some body aba ni nyina no eno anu no kukwasa bia ni ba bia say be a ebe ma Barca for no and some registration no niem say goalkeeper no and Rashford and Kwanum make an pay say aye one Garcia goalkeeper Voyage Chesney and what is Gerard Martin about some Ronnie Barusi and it's just a Marcus Rashford on a place Marco 5 and other registration or woman crossing on to say woman Abaya and Sana La Liga and some Ashasi Ebium and Canon and Kabi also Basa Tonto woman Japadiani and Sana woman let's me register players woman said this summer and your master sir woman kwanosa fresh na omu hia so meto bia o betimi register omo a chese no aye kakra firimo ade aba brasansam nyina no yede ema ye tofa enano pay and some our show so asem way make aye pass ya discuss wa ha ama Newton abekasa Rafinha fi number 10 wo betimi abi na just and ko Williams said the baby Rafinha ball aye last season because what bohomo no matches ni bi our honoma ebia Rashford and start Rafinha and some other ball number 10 no and some other Barcelona and no aye kakra from asoye at Atletico Madrid omo team no ansam omo make signings abai na obetese Alex Baina no and just other guys aka woman now some other dribble kwa fans Atletico no report am say kan say last summer woman ye yes aye welcome night just a welcome night no woman some other say biem ama just Thiago Almada no any other players Atletico assign no woman say either say match 1 and also be a match the 2 to the Atletico Madrid one players are so far one some assign and some jabba. Now report on Canasa Madrid and upon number 2 Casa and a Monday and almost start Ayania Canasa, one more process and also Bassan, medical check and Tano Pamekacho, so coach now. Your friend Sabi Alonso on Arabadru and my time, my fans will be edge autograph and I did not update any when some moment I play some Siakai and some Arama Madrid, Amuko, and yes, Sanitas ono and your top for fra, Oko medical, Oko holidays, Eba, Obako medical, so Oko ye, Uni Mamro so, and you be a problem beyond Abawa Kumaho, and I said, to Genum at the same, some medical check up Ninano, and also some Abaso Amacha Samantia, Womusia Kanama Rama Dodie, woman now some Ababe Reno, and your time of Federico Valverde, one of Bra, Edema Fansa, Amaba Gu, Ayes Sanitas, anymore, one of some autograph, and your day, and I just a bunch of Valverde, one of some time, Edema Safansinina, na Jamaican San Penum. Time Mobano, yourself Vinicius Junior, one of drive Vinicius Abba and watch Rodrigo, and some other Drew Real Madrid, one of some city, Amano Casino, was a time of arrival, and Quadanum and about Vinicius, or no, and both front campaign, I just say, Yakino and some other Bano, and for Rodrigo, and some other Drew Aquadana, your friend Gonzalo Garcia, one of some other Drew Madrid City, I just say, yeah, kind of some Kono, one of Abayanam Shanos woman say, woman in your Medicana, our first training session at Madrid, at about Kekestate, woman some Susino, at your Ghana time, and you know 4 o'clock. Who cost Pena? At 6 o'clock, and a Madrid, I'm training session, Eddie, and I'm at 2025, 2026 season, and also other question our Bahon Seminano, Yadeban 2 American, I bet you could feel Aqua Restate, no on time, Sarabea, when you're late, Emma Manijanum, and also Enkofu, now Metesa training session, and you may about 6 o'clock, Ebaso, our Liga time, Matessa and Quadanibi, and some other say, Diogo Aguado, yes, so many Janum, I invite. So I tell Emma first team, one training and so Ebium and some Daniel Janes, and also when young invitation say, when I senior team, and some other training and a player, one of some some years, and some Manuel Angel, Jetakano, and angel, yes, sir, by no some chance about Ramsa, one of Manuel Angel, and so any team, and some other training about Brazil, and that's what some other Basakotano, and some other ball. Now, Jamie. You understand? And you remember so last season, okay, and the coach and Faris Ancelotti, match Bena Madrid, boy, Vinicius, Omunya penalty man who saying after the game, Ancelotti Kokasa penalty, Nanya Vinicius, and I was on Kobona, and Mbappe, Ancelotti and Pound one vice out after the game. I say Madrid derby war, a Champions League in one, I know Kobo saying, no, coach Rebecca say Mbappe, and an also ball. Now, Jamaican can say, many jana your from Sabi Alonso our Liverpool so no some our Jumayo because Liverpool won last season ya crown omunya penalties ma come 7 almost say best me and Sa and my Real Madrid so one me say 7 penalties out of 19 omunya last season me no ka say win and be a ban set piece Serbia penalty and just a free kick and any idea I was one bono me to say yes you kwedi nyame ya duma season ever be and a Kylian Mbappe, I know they are selected penalty taker and some Amalas Blancos. I know I am the time in second and Peno and some our show so no and about penalty Real Madrid and some Babena. Now my center Christ be a free kick, and also none anywhere nearer the 80-yard boxer. Why now Madrid on free kick in the ball and some Mbappe Metisano Crano one more crowd of judge and Monfanauti one more confirm penalty no we are unable to some Yatunet anymore and also some Abdetaba. Now Rodrigo Abaning no when you say Rodrigo no as dear Company Shanitrim and it's about by what I saw just say on one baby alcohol what they can I send Amamata say one Rodrigo gonna ever so staying or Kosuya Juma and some other Mabokua your father's a Real Madrid and Timon Shannon Sona or no I was so Kosuya Juma and my Real Madrid when you say yes or Obeste I'm Mabeka Biasa what I saw proving at your coach and say when you born up papa na obeso sa rediscover the form and the coach Xabi Alonso Jamensa kan na no penisa yese insider baako e dia ba say member we say na daw and mama stories na e go round na daw adan the so mo kan nyina no say one and so and say Rodrigo no wo bi anya mfasika mai ofa bi anya mai sika bi abane toso mo koma huno kura da nei sikenti ama ofa bi anya mai no aye Real Madrid am asking price na wo sem am je buy 80 million euros ekosi 100 million euros anunti ana chesama akwadana ye fano so Rodrigo obi anya mfa offer no enso mbaye na mom the moment obeti so bi I ready sasa sika no betua no wo so abeton boy no ama akwadana so akọ Andrew Lonin wonom aye goalkeeper yes wono so se obetena em Manchester for no nim sa waba koba so mo so age trophy edem asi omona so no yabeka bia so boys no say especially aye Lenny Joro abeka se since we no aye defend say revenge and some adema bobokua yefano aye Manchester United na chesa fi wo mo so abeha twempa metiatia manfo so na aye revenge ni nyina echi no report am say kan je eba no say manager no yese what the asudie bi ajama players wo mo so aye chese wo mo kita o mo heavyweight our locker room yeka so mo aye heavyweight na say leadership group no jadi kai captain Bruno Fernandes Efruwa Aba Harry Maguire Lisandro Martinez Diogo Dalot Nusa Mazraoui Ansana player your first Tom Hinton brapeni no enti yase coach no aka twa say Adibia because on the pitch and off the pitch no bia no ano reaction monsane nyina no ya de ba kope discipline because the moment on coach I in the selection we go on my pitch no so na I say one match mama ya share off the pitch no enyo no mo ana dani ade mo captain and perform bo dino and so mo see to it say on the pitch and off the pitch nyina no discipline ya juma confirm story and openan kan be say me demo e ma che say ye accepts aka mushak mama aye Caputo Bruno Fernandes na Fernandes asera afino off the pitch and on the pitch omo wasudie and so mo ye adwuma dena de kan sa aye cultural shift and some abaye adwuma ni nyina sa e bia de oye used to no that bia uti da kwa ho da bi masa this time no uti da kwa ye siw koto e wose uti enanti ko straight am yo sampa and e bia akoda asesa trimu da bia ni ho a eno so obi odi Bruno some dia obon sampa fi Manchester hono enyema ebesesa yentre Bruno Fernandes our brand what be a song coach no dia no Bruno now tell say ye den accepts am I to for enano pay and some our show no so my man fan to when say manager no and so I Ruben Amorim and no mo je trophy no so drew be no na manager no try dia so no and some I frustrated our brand no and some akofan some p and so by ne adia na mo re manager no so I was said because says a drew be not born a year but what you say many Ghanaian content with and you enra one of some winning let you know I was so develop and you p or game no more yentie coach your fellow Ruben Amorim our brand one jet trophy Premier League summer series no one of some some
just the feeling I think we struggle today a little bit so it's just that the feeling of not performing at like we're supposed to do, but was okay. I think he has to do with the long balls and then second balls, but sometimes even with different players he will struggle. And you see the game, all the games from Everton, even different midfielders suffer with this kind of game. They break the team with the two center backs changing possession and then they kick the ball and then the second ball we struggle a little bit with that, not just the second balls but the first balls, and we struggle in the build-up, but we create chances and that is really important to win any match. So you can perform don't like to say.
Wontumi TV live no LIVE in caps. Now just say what me and new pages as well. No, I less than bare folders. I'm saying some more say Genesis and a third day and yet Wontumi TV live no. We ban follow new page in that way. We so what share am a phone so I will say I don't know and some say yes streaming now and some and I'm a new page in Tafene from scratch. I will brand out no yet I line for so and more and some at my own something now yet two of them channel so Wontumi TV live near in caps block letters. That's how they are some so Arsenal when my branch of fans are no madueke menuka say no when you say madueke so akate the holidays in a short I'm a German cycle so one ya your first started personal trainer near a training now latest I mean you say madueke no wakate the short or no other so join Michaela Teta and then Kwadana Kasarabea what on some season now and on some bet me akwa madiama timono and chebiamu jumadi fans Emirates Cup and some other so now madueke so other so boss I'm got match Libya and no aye kakraba onum sa Newcastle team across Singapore and some across South Korea no one about the UK nyame adom enano pay team no about 7:30 muho ana Newcastle team no one some about the latest our branch man say Isaac I want to say Sharak mama Alazana Isaac enano pay no what the G-Wagon and some other buyer artists or reporter and some our Bobo fans Newcastle almost some training grounds only and here one and I quote to tell Barcelona and Singapore once and just a South Korean now where are your moment Alexander Isaac no and some other G-Wagon Ababe room and some our near fans and Newcastle training grounds not just a Brabus in here unia next year near man some banana phenomenal report to me say can say we komo wabepa so on Newcastle and Panofono one some bet me we na fe one some move to Liverpool no and some other course any ate you go so you can say something now no when say Newcastle omo goalkeeper you find Martin to Brafka yes one and about target Emma Bailey because Bailey eton James Trafford Emma no Man City and I'm also pay Martin to Brafka and some of Newcastle United when I'm say a kind of permanent deal because I don't come say one season pay now the contract but area today one some about me and some Jama Bobo fans of Bailey and then I have the tabant on Isaac Jano one come Alan Shearer say Yama to Gasa, as well as the candy boo for cry. One said a player be our city, and when said you be a player beyond the mentality. But the best one coming on Nipper be anyone, player be any Honoma, was some amateur football club beer. I was asking so bought team A and I bought team B and I said I bought team Q. That's what come and was so tell say when you're bigger and some chain club now when my foul and we did you mano and you best what coming on say play on the same mobile moi and one say I'm about musica no jano kwama no ko and one off you go kwama baba born Newcastle come kwani Argentina say Isaac na sit in try one more club ni biema munya ne kwan jisika no na mo makora no some ankona Newcastle team no woman cause and shish amodie and no I kakra fi orana so ye and some not buy na no pay no and some our show no on him sir and no Bobo Fans FC Porto woman game against Atletico Madrid na woman Atletico e kan bako and Atletico antimi antum sir woman protrude and ma Drogo Jota one in your fans Andre Silva woman and no baby call chese no so na ye emotional woman because by no wa share Porto Jesse Pay I shall let you console your pain. I just a Drogo Jotana. Woman, I am many silence. I just applause. And some Aquadiamano bomb some at the Ma Aplantian and Indiana. Woman now some at all some of the same stadium. Nasa Paris Saint-Germain. Woman player. I find some Vitina. No, as our stadium. I'm a Jurabumo bonus to do my unit today. Biscuits and because no, the former teammate and then I had Drogo Jota. when you baby continue and I just woman now, woman some emotional and into no report to me can say game now Liverpool ever born and some anyway wabra Liverpool I have a bow and some our Anfield I have 4 o'clock no report to me can say woman other side bibi kakra and jama I Drogo Jota one in the Abama fans Andrew Silva among baby and some and a Liverpool fan and some other side no na ama ye fe and say be bow nam amo ba we no yes almost say baka Liverpool ho nam ama ye side no and some Adama Jota and no that's a bit samra bi na Old Testament yan say Mark Kukuroya, yes, one also person is sending a contract already. We be signing long term. And you Chelsea offers Abba. One about to Akurani Besu was staying afe. One also Makosu Yajuma. And Mark Kukuroya, my catch was a nano pay. And I was at Chelsea. Omo players, no. One also about the first training session of the season, no. And some other Koso. Now Chelsea players no more back and no Kobam. And some other training, no. One also the Erika usual Yana indoor. Say be a gym, normally at the answer. No, be a fitness test. Muya, maybe a gym works and a senior money now. And also, I'm all prepared. Nami Adama Friday, I was Stamford Bridge, Chelsea Leverkusen. Nami Adama Sunday, I was Stamford Bridge. I had Chelsea AC Milan. I know I just said 2 games are coming now. And also, never see our brand of Pino. Yet the report I'm in second is Everton. Yes, almost the offer about to Chelsea. And him say, coach in the Doba, and you cannot Desbury Hall. I will be able to play on akwenda home kwadia wamuso be so many Desbury Hall ayaduma and Tinkabeya Chelsea Germany and Kakwadano and some mama Spurs I'm chairman you follow Daniel Levy onu so be chairman 25 years and some and obedi 25th anniversary na Daniel Levy say the greatest achievement awaye and some say one SC Stadium and some Ajama Bobokua you follow Spurs na ochina bi so kokra na when achievement I want to mean paper on kwade was in the year because time on your Messi Stadium no not just an exchange rate and Sadio Mane na akofom pa into mo boro 35-year money sika what's your koba no on 35 years and I just over 2.5% to pay na say omanya ni na wo stadium no okay so be sibia over 2 billion pounds and say what you yes wo dey me ntomo dey wo ye lucky pass wo sina na ma confirm na owura anomba so che say wo mo je ayeni e kan say Europa on titles or say omo menso ha omo nye team bi omo je Europa ni na che no wo be so mo fight for the Premier League and every title there is wo mo so aba so omo je yentie eye owura fansa Daniel Levy one aye chairman at Spurs.
Nothing's changed in terms of our ambition. It's always been the case. I think that, you know, having won the Europa League, thank you to Ange, you get a taste of it, but it's not enough. And it's never been enough. I mean, we've been, I think, in 16 or 17 semi-finals, 7 finals, and we haven't won enough. We now need to use that as a springboard to keep winning, because that's what this is all about. We've won 2 trophies in the last 20 plus years. We've been so close so many times. And
why is that?
Do you know, I can't really answer that because I'm not the one that picks the team, motivates the team, picks the players. So for people that have worked in this club and understand the workings of the football side of this club, I do not interfere at all in the decision making on this player versus that player. It is always the coach, always the technical staff. The only thing I get involved in is when they decide which player they want to buy, for instance, or which player they want to sell. I will go out and do my very best for this football club. But I'm not interfering in the football decisions. Nothing has changed in terms of our ambition. It's always been the case. I think that, you know, having won the Europa League.
Mas Frank and some other Buana Fe near kind of titles in now. Almost what me at GB baby at Tottenham a belong I'm a bomb person manager for Thomas Frank one of some other club and other control. Yentia chairman Daniel Levy.
Whenever you appoint a coach, you always believe it's right, and you need a lot of ingredients for it to be right. I think Thomas is a highly intelligent individual. I think he's got a fantastic way about him in terms of communication. I think he will be great at developing both young players and older players and making them better. He gets the style of football we want to play. He understands that you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. We haven't said to him, you've got to win the league this year. All we know is...
When does he have to win it?
As soon as possible, but no pressure. Look, we just want to compete at the highest level.
Will he get the funds to compete with the monstrous amounts that some of the other clubs are spending?
You know, we will support him to the best of our ability. If you look at transfer fees, you know, we've been in the top 4 spenders since the stadium opened. I think we spent close on 700 million net on new players. This isn't just about money. This is about some luck, having the right balance in the team, having the right coach. There's a lot of things that have to come together. And so I very much hope that Thomas will bring all the right ingredients and bring this team to where it belongs, which is right at the top. Whenever you appoint a coach, you always believe it's right, and you need a lot of ingredients for it to be right. I think Thomas is
101.3 FM live on Wontumi TV digital no juma and afi satellite and so juma and ano pen America say your new Facebook page no originally the other one old one no and so amode omonsa kanti a new page no Wontumi TV live LIVE ano in caps na chese wa live no e dey asoso na afi wanya new page and now follow monze I'll do outside crowd mama say WhatsApp say onya show no biem e Facebook nti ya ho be less than 3 days ni na ya say new page nti Wontumi TV live live no quiet caps na say wonya na onso wa enjoy to ba no like no follow new page na for your grow family no and so na meza bibi I find it
oh boko yawo
mo kwaye no mo ba sa Saturday na mo de ahwase akwaye na okay
yaw bo yaw sokotre yaw
South Africa
I am one TV dala
okay
one TV sa you yaw bo yaw
so say wo mabima de South Africa for man no to so sonki
in some dia who TV o ba minimum position 70
you miss what for me
minimum position 70 na echi minimum position ni pa na team benkum so
no de wa de
minimum position 70 na echi
ni pa na team
ya we be aboko
anya boko kura wontimi mo bia
okay
ono anya boko o
top video so to South Africa
Nice one we are so ye bo pieces in wine
oh my
no be cry be bona no ho cry because
hey
what tafrisky
didn't ya well you must wait na fe real quick you ma share yensem bogafo na ba new yenkwe
yo let's start me coming straight away omanya ba dia na I say kubu e dia ta no so betete
one start
no weza no o let the high so koji o to hear my fans o let the high my sign ya na salas eli pardo my sign letter so no winyi jifu ofia o keti asan shadow kasan ya wasan my sign it is okoji ni ja fans na o tia wo ma no ukodi na anu aba na wo akodi 1 week
2 weeks
place no more baby Ghana start preseason. You sure you who baby yeah why Manchester United stories why other stories those who can be picking in any possible but my main share Manchester United game over the weekend few improvements are a team and apparently you can also understand the coach you know or and come be on the place and behind the scenes yeah now behind the scenes but it reflects during the course of the game. You crabona yenye say, you lusubona yenye say. I had necessary pass message. Those principles, no. Coach need me any place in your training. Na a baby reflect game no man. Yeah, na e ma so e coach ya. Na so say nya results ka ho de na ma enkomo no kra ayemmu. So so Shadrack I ready me person me game no straight away abra me share and say time be break because me wa Adimula Lukman what the letter so ma Atalanta say opese woko and what my who say Alonso so afre players be from Castilla ho e dia base o me so senior team no so Manchester United who say a catch with the presence of Mbwamo Dino Onikunya no ye ka o me no be lead line no with the profile of Bruno
you would not love to have Bruno in the final third. Who here no deep. Lot of variations on the team. Really dice na first of all, this is the lineup. David Moyes Amore medical game for Everton. No, almost starting Michaelenko, Kane, Tarkowski, and then O'Brien. This a guy. If you be Ghana, of course, middle part of the game. No, almost the final third in DNA. I bet on a leading line. But for Manchester United, as a primary focus of me and Anopa, Obo Mujua back friend. Onana Yamai. Onana Nyambai enti by deal na so that ponum na obenya ama Diallo, Kobe Menu, Ugati, Dalot, Bruno Fernandes, Mbuemo, and then Mateus Cunha and a lead line. Yeah, we show TV so ankomo ya bopen. Bruno will stay behind the two strikers. The two strikers will stay close to the box for finishing and creativity. Obiabe na djuma. En kanene de o problem go share. Obi o sa creative more. Na I will back for in Bruno Fernandes. But with the addition of these two guys, a bus yem pass it, yem build it up. The main act of playmaking, the schema or no akwa Bruno Fernandes. But if I born into net, you link it up play. You drop him right and mess so near Franco box no. We judge one of the two strikers. No, Shadrack in really release person and I in game room. United it means switch to 4-4-2. When say two striker system bia Alonso Becker so Bobino. Two striker system. First of all, they may help me who game number ko and I wish United build it up. I wish I watch on Mudia. Free players which are free no the back free. Joro. Show no homatize the late. Now after say Bruno Saka we say no. Ubasa hunu biem. The other day I was telling you say Amad Diallo be free Obeba wing back position ho.
Yeah.
Obeba wing back position.
Yes.
So this was a build up. United created the first chance of the game as early as the first 5 minutes. Now United air try say be impose you more in the game. So we say let you the crab no, but the all link here bano Brian Mbuemo. Watch Mbuemo. So in Mbuemo Ababe link up now the job as a number 9 our fast central defender Naba Tarkowski Brightwaite whoever you want to call wa father the refu aba na mfimfi ho no henipa connect no se Shadrack ko wachi dia mawa onko wachi one pebi look center circle no no honipa awokom Bruno Fernandes na eko ena Mbuemo achi ne sa right up Manchester United player da ho no Cunha. But so ba Mbuemo left asia ba bi amorim jina dia Amad Diallo na okos ro ma akwakoye da lot because Shaw Matthias the elite and of course Lenny Euro and they form the back frame now Ugati Kobe Menu as two central pivot now Bruno and the license to operate it would say Bruno and Kobe. But Bruno will serve as the bridge that connects to the defense and then in the final. Now watch Bruno. After say Bruno now born in terms of the attack, in Mboma Babe Diatro, Mboma or just behind the referee, but ahead of Bruno Fernandes, Ubenya Diallo, Ubenya Cunha, and of course that far left wing was Akwa Cunha, Diego Dalot. Now attack now share. It took a matter of 5 seconds. The opponent in the Upumo.
Man, you build it from a train.
Lali Yoro, Babia, Shadrack started and another pass in Ebano.
Okay.
5 seconds. I don't know what drew baby. I say, speed and precision. Speed and precision. I want Shadrack to go back to build up because I know Busama Sembi. Uncle Chi baby, I don't build up. Not this short we say. But number one, United Afino. I'm for possession. Yaw. Opponent of United about possession. Watch this year. Now Shadrack me uncle. Opponent of United about possession. Yes, sir. I see how funny be no. Or more dear. What the body more was but against Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Spurs, Sanko for United back speed of the speed. They will not negotiate their way through short passing build-ups. And characteristically, so what United games in one. A bad day says some of the ball they come from Mukromo, especially counter when you play touch the ball 3 times. Quick. On the comfort power. Now after what we say, you shall be United are converted to 4-4-2. So I free back in and that's also a very This is the 4-4-2.
So Mulusu Bona.
Without the ball, they switch to 4-4-2, convertible to 3-5-2. Hold it here. 4-4-2 convertible to 3-5-2. What was that constant? 4-4-2 convertible to 3-5-2. The two near constant. 3 back and over 2 strikers, Cunha and Buemo. A switch to 4 backer. So now a movie, what's the word convertible? A player's been a man converted. Oh, can I be a sorono? One for say me enko. Ama Diallo and then Dalot movement and a match system moving from 4-4-2 or 3-5-2. These two players. Omajumano. So Shadrack Bo play now. Without the ball, you have 2 strikers. You have 2 central. Not Diallo, not Dalot. Echo. So as why now show TV no study. Shadrack in ha say. Ya ho 4-4-2 no nefe. But number 7 here Diallo. On the back right here, Emmanuel Besoso. Now Bruno akwa so as the number 11. Patrawati I say.
Yes.
Because 4-4-2 is standard 4-4-2. 2 central Ugati Kobimenu. 2 out wide Bruno and then Amad Diallo. 2 top in Mbuemo and then Cunha. Flat back 4. Sure, Lenny Yoro. No the Maguire Babesoso. So United convert in different phases with or without the ball. Where there the micro details of Amorim job each and every time Biano Shadrack can call opesa uhua ubehunu. 2, they are playing against Everton. Sometimes low pressure games, and who or systems. Games under high intensity, no pressure players and so. And until they say, to talk new players about team now oko preseason oko ya more no yepe. Obo free asiena odeba. Na odeba afei no umedu soro no na team na jelly na atiesi so. Na Shadi bi Shadrack en kone chi na me highlight ya bi kakra bi. Omo mpre no. Ya onim ni po kra boy ni position na obo. Ugati the crab no. Ugati the crab no left back no.
Ya say on ebeye to say 15 amodwuma ni.
Ya me shraw. Ya the ball na kwa. Amorim lost control on the ball. Yes, e be lose ball no see. Na the ball na central defender na pressure ball so mbo no tum no mo de ko. But if you have somebody who loves to retain the ball with retention skills, pressure need so time ope o ho ato no be pass Ugati. So who say Vitina ball left back why bona baso pa. Ya o tell hu. Ugati na ball left back see. At this point we people say na look short no way. She throw. Her coach is in opposite to throw ho no look short na ko gina soro no. Ya hu look short.
So we biem
ko na on the ball no adwuma sesa. What it means they say ofa look sure now ofa Ugati ya the ball na kwa enipa o ye confident in keeping the ball, giving you control and lot of balance Ugati ye kwa enuti na viti ya Borechi na Nuno Mendes oko enu bi na the other day me catch on say every concept ye wia na ye ni every concept ye wia no ye ni so Ugati Kobimenu omiru na serve as a base of defense no na bone ko na on say shock ra build up we wan kan ho bio build up na show kan ho because no rule no wa keep you be stationed so be nim so abaje ball no it wa kwakotwe obi no wa permanent no e dey jan line so na o check how Ugati e dey ball ba
101.3
if na ba dane the two midfielders about fa ball no dey akọ sometimes Cunha sometimes Bruno sometimes Mbuemo no me the ball no Manchester United will be much quicker Shadrack enko. They'll play with a lot of speed. Almost start no be set Tottenham Hotspur under Pochettino no.
Okay.
Amunya ball na possession ye dia. Show mu team no. Dele Ali Tumrika, Son Heung-min Tumrika, Lucas Moura Tumrika. So Harry Kane in the final third was strong. And 2, Osho baby Adria United e kwa question man timi ahye. They lost the ball and within a split second, they probably 4-5. No me twa baby a ball no ho ahia. Recovery process is swift. You watch some of the combinations. So we say, so Manchester and Amad Diallo is becoming very, very important part of Manchester United squad now.
True.
Or than a premium member. Premium member, you bet me.
There's a system being one of my was a bench, you know.
But so you do stage now. What 4-4-2 very important. Free back very important. 4-2-3-1 very important. Regardless of the system. The big one more you can be a found say we are out of the scheme. Amad Diallo. You know why? Or speed or trickery. Oh, Manchester United a free method could see attack. 1-on-1 why now obefano close spaces why now obefano and he can pass as well adia devoid and now ain't kind of who say aerial durability but he's a winger or the 20 a day or your winger what he needs and the foot skill set in the eye but height today yeah or the day and Manchester United will press you. Watch this chance. They lost the ball, but almost Matthias Cunha quickly and started the pressure on the buy. And when the normal cast a penalty, a body is technically a penalty. A bonus.
I thought it's for Lindsay.
Then Sano no they are supporting the body no. FIFA Mradi free mo MC. What do MC Dari? Adari or can game no pa or so chiao.
Major super.
Every day or send message found. Na hanu mi bi we say referee for show na ya no mani wa hapa. Look on sa bonisa. But according to FIFA rule no, na inside no dey supporting the body no. It told me it's not any penalty but the build up to this chance no. Na highlighted the speed with which Manchester United ne Amorim try say omoba implementing. Yeah, we say oh yes anima we nyina no a. Yeah na it show a lot of positives. But the tie boxing or the friend is sparring opponent a woni kokono ye be pen so na ye de amawo na woni na ko a ya no matter how be dufu akwa no ntokona mu wani mu
true
but so bonus so it gives you confidence ahead of the main bout so Everton precision 2-2 you might say senior score line be about the little details I saw from Amorim no it gives me high hope apart from high hope me can be bio because season there I feel you about start here away from Manchester United I feel I'm not from fan show me to say Wontumi kai. Me who incident be our Arsenal game against Spurs. Me say who incident for Ugati dey no lose you Everton ko bo share no. O say Spurs Arsenal dey na papi say a ball long range.
I must think I was a refugee foul ma. Mo Lewis Skelly no. Mo
sa foul no ya ofato ho. For Ugati dey no lose ball no outside the box no ko bo share no. Omo yire no fe no so to. Nessa for Chelsea Spurs the Bobium on the one ball now on Newcastle. Who said oh it's a go no Spurs lose ball no. The same incident.
Yes.
The same is all kind of go now. Watch this. Oh say Lewis Kelly no.
Yes. As one mom so on 19 and
Arsenal dey ni e to we on fast Spurs dey no Newcastle dey no obusum no na mo ko ball no share o fifi o benya. Ya o hwade bi wa ha. Shedi we dey tie fo nyina enche omo de beba
kwa hane de me kra me na me feel say Richarlison ka Lewis Kelly na ball no wa chire
okano ye besa ko Ugati de no so hey okano Sadra can tune what said I know ye no on slow new season beba laptop no be ready nti benya kwa control niam ama yes time no be brave but Sadra can call na shika krabi okano watch it carefully here. Down behind him here, Richarlison, you saw that.
Yeah,
Okano. Ugati the other some brown fans also. We are make case as a miss conclude. EPL na fee referee for be more. Sa prepare no so nine referee aban FIFA. Watch this. What's a Bruno see anymore ha? But who nsa no? Who Everton player nsa?
Okano wanna cheat.
Yes. The fact referee Nigeria no every player no I can never be break share me pa and then Newcastle omo game no next Spurs boy no there was another final osum no
and also your Premier League teams
mo so your Premier League series omo boy enti adwumadwene koso say afi referee for no be game no obo na ho kakra bi no so enti FIFA aban o fi me those little tackles no on be every play on 3 incidents when they see Madrid super. Yeah, away from that, also Alonso are invited Krami and Sam. I feel what in maybe as I say Madrid started from the scratch. Number one, if you know Madrid, you know the scratch means transitioning na in a short time. Madrid they don't do that. It be quickly, no more fill gaps, no more cover cracks, and then they go. So say Madrid are also inviting Krami and Sam. I can't say na La Liga na be.
Less than 3 weeks.
So Krami and Sam can we say some play role this season or you be so much quickly say but then we inviting Krami and Sam they some pay in Heisen. Bien shadi ni yo ha mame.
Also on pay wine.
Any denies and the other guy. Asensio.
Stay the idea because Madrid ninja so to be
but I'll also say that on pet
or some who's a coach
after club work after
signing money because Heinzen in your Heinzen and
Heinzen about Abacono
Raul Asensio
onye
that since we name from last season.
We all agree.
Yeah.
But also inviting Krami and self reform with the Abadia. Then why would you say sell this guy on pedal? Then Krami and Sano they are from different positions. Bakubo left central defense. Oh no, Alaba hono. So I'm tempted to believe say, oh, Alaba might not have a very premium time. Oh, Madrid say. Now Osha Diana and Diego Aguado. Almost seen on testy elite game biada. So if you don't have Alaba, Obia Kabe using the next should be Raul Asensio. But Diego Aguado, yo, do you think Aguado can hit the level of Madrid they pay? Madrid, who I don't forget, say, Omakipu Jesus Vallejo for over 6-7 years.
I know.
Look, Madrid, what demands us through? Yo, say play because of Boko to Kobo has and hope poor. Yeah, me Busam say, then you better Bobasa de Madrid buy Nubi. No, look, Isahaku was our best player here.
Yeah.
But look about your starting Sporting, loan, Leicester. Championship
buy.
Oh baby, our cost starting
job. Saying you go no nefa.
Oh, yeah.
And we are being ACL. Our be kwa be san ba. Obe ba with the bank. Na say why are there pa?
Isaku. About transfer for sa go no to ma me look
up. Say couple cry at the bank. See, ye be hwem new me that say wo. Mama boga kwa be na fi. The entire mama boga ansha so ba won fa ya chede mre. Ana wo de be ba.
Breakfast our day no pay different from the
day say be day and breakfast.
You will want somebody to do. You Suman Yafo, the old ye, no space.
Yeah. Opa Frankie
from Mazao, do Mutu last 2 weeks Tuesday.
Or buy no
Fotokonoba Saturday and I just Sunday and Opa.
No cry a crabiano.
Flight and then I say, flight to me change your route.
And you're cooking Gali
no date.
You're cooking Gali. You be who Paul Kagami channel. Or buy no, I didn't breakfast by no beer. So I'm saying, I didn't. Or say Tom Brown, Tom Brown, or hey, and near milk and quan. You Tom Brown, set Tom Brown, what Tassia Cravy.
Oh boy, South Africa you almost grown more for them Sahano. Good quality man among wine and mato.
What's your castle? Fancy ma yenche phone na
Biajo so.
Ya da so pa ye be baso be nya da ja baso pa. Na ma menchia motive enterprise for Alfred Amwakun or mo wasa japa to bafo. Wasa japa so there's akwane so de unim ho kwane nyina aha omo monitor show ni pa New Town nyame enshram no nyamo kase. You see Fancy, it is interesting to fully understand idea Xabi Alonso wants to do me twice of baby a new thing this year. The perspective around the person or Madrid no is different from the reality of how our situation is here Real Madrid.
Okay.
The entire make a perspective na sem near say, Osha young talents now all pick your mon kitten or peso promote your mode banner. I dream you so you be away trim be a picture na catchy in naturally say. Alonso person ya dear be a money year successful or by Leverkusen a do Real Madrid. I say Obia or exams are Debiano, exams not true, Odi Baba, nor the atron or the acha. O moving it in the school for fro. Na ka chene say I have babadi ne exams di twa eto be ana wo ya ha ne kakra. So people normally stick to whatever that makes them successful in life. Obi oba abrabo bia no ade bia mani di ye wo abrabo bia na na e den say adekode na obesesa na namon e de free wo. That is the perspective of whatever Xabi Alonso wants to do at Real Madrid. But there comes the reality. As I see Biani Aduaba Edua was so many Timmy Fifi. It's in a Bible or catch say, Ogufonu Kuguaba. Ebi Kugu Museum. Ebi Kugu a coin chain. Ebi Kugu en Kasenka Semu. Ebi Kugu asase paso. The Kugu coin chain. And then any new number so the coy. de kogu nkasa mu no efifi na nkasa na wo ho na ate atofom de egu asase paso na etimi fifi ye. So it is not always about what makes you successful in life, baby ade be ko bia na be ye. But fancy me wo gidie say eto de bia asase na aduaba ne begu so no eso is very important eho and a reality in the bem. So the perspective describes it to us say my ade bia to so na ma medi ye wo abrabom. But the reality ne so kire say asase ko ne ba bia be find yourself wo a opese odu aduaba no say be fifi no eho na be kire. It is with Alonso Nkomo na wording in that particular perspective coming in the bayadrin say oh nkran kiti we be Real Madrid mo say nyoma betime push dia mama. I agree, but in reality asase na wakoso no asase na ya asase a ene so ka say oh dua sa o success story no kwa fa so di nya results with Leverkusen na we nya quick results na it's a no, it's a no, because maybe you have to rely on the same old boys to get your results. One was almost results. Maybe it's just for preseason sake. I want to accept it. Say it's just for preseason sake. May my coach be at the benefit of that because in beginning season now, untimi can CP. Say I do no person here. Until say season the chance here. And be any maybe so I realize you can't fully say no person here. It's here on my friend on my bar. Among bo mo honye preseason na nya hwe ade na ehwe de besiti akọ ba asem na wo kan no so da mitrim I mere paduru so a ma be kan wansem se wo se Real Madrid de nya o Madrid se on be sign bi aka wo bi
omom se
me de onya de news le to form dia me de me na ote because pampe esi opi it emere so a will come to it. But is it Manchester United supporters ne de ekoso preseason ni nyina no what was supporting Manchester United ache bia na no pema me no ni nkomo bi kakra. One thing I attaching Manchester United who pioneers to win games. Back then, my Manchester United games are fancy no more born air time said the who say no cry. But they were always finding ways to win games.
Yeah.
The reason why everybody speaks about Manchester United, Obia Kasa about the glory days of Ferguson. You better not heading come about Ferguson philosophy da. And principles. Adebia Ditra club in Fruma was not based on a certain principle and philosophy in terms of style of play. But Adebia Ditra Manchester United did United Munina was a principle and a philosophy of winning games. From Sir Matt Busby down to Sir Alex Ferguson to every coach about Manchester United now. Just find a way to win. You see, the Busby babes now a bomb within now were not players Omubo total football pre derby, but literally there were individual talents within the team. And come fast you say they were always game changers to win games for Manchester United. Ferguson by what me 4-3-3. Ferguson to me ball 4-4-2. I have seen games Michael Carrick and Fletcher and a ball 4-5 for away game against Wolfsburg. He says in Wolfsburg edge league or Bundesliga muno. You really na Manchester United as Wolfsburg. Man who game United about 8 defenders in the game. United share under Ferguson. And philosophy and style. I remember some interview for Alex Ferguson. Me heard documentary on. Also, we a documentary by on Netflix some time ago. And I describe it about United. You busa said no person achieve no person. Now foundation no come no din na said the team needs to be instilled in a certain standard, a winning mentality na also team nim. Bene abrabo ko na nim na nyoma esisa. If you are expecting United to play perfectly well to win games as it stands now, to adwi menye. So team say United be bobo afa abe prepare as it stands now I'm no wudi nkomo ya fa enye ye.
Why?
Because one, the club is not known for that. Number two, the club will need to install a winning mentality before thinking about style of play and play so well. Because say oh here one scramble chain ball fail.
I say no idea who na at least.
Remember so. Because also one had 2 or 3 games. 2 games now United boy in na ye no be asem work so oh it is a good win. Pre-season it is a good win. Argentina when no mobile draw no be can once you only give you one signal. Football is all about winning games. hwe Maresca Bob yes I know be a can one semsa Maresca na tena so omo winning no be jai say Chelsea are top 14 players Chelsea are top 15 players. The only way to shut people up when it comes to your club is about winning games.
Yeah.
Not until Amorim didn't call for winning games. There's nothing that can stop. When was that? What is so big Ferguson? And I'm saying, what is Ferguson? Tama no coach. No big can start one sem da. Because every season now one league new team. What the style of play on the quarter? The only time, the moment who say people criticize Ferguson's style of play was the 2009 Champions League final and the 2011 Champions League final, because Nipadona felt to say Ferguson should have defended game no Barcelona show mu 2-0 2009 no okobiemu 2011 so say no more did say Osanka Ferguson inside there e defended. These are times I realize say people really criticize Ferguson and his style of playing in certain games. But me tie the new teacher ni na team no on a certain part I like about them. Manchester United the new be differently in this preseason and my many crampo in football no more bono. And now her players na nim ni omo attitude after say preseason game ko end 2-2. Ya the trophy ni crash almost remuna no mu gina nchen. Certain cultures must change in Manchester United.
Yeah, cultural shift.
Game ni feature ball kra na we say game no Wontumi ye dey. New team catch us a club no enye club kita dey be otwaba Amorim no me ne ya adwen. O say club na wa be fa no enye club kitwa. It is true because the expectations are huge. And the attitude of the players who play a vital role. Bruno ne lose sa two balls in Manchester United. New team come on na odini. The B. First ball Bruno last pool one an attacking the eye. Ugata a mistake. Ball ne koy na was Bruno ne ehia ball no. Bruno ehia. India ya bobo na hye. Second ball okotwa na amfa no de adane ntokwa. Was uncle Jan to connect to ye edi na ko ba bi na wo be defend bi no eno so sa
first ball ne kwa
Ugati lusu ball but ball ne call cross ne call ye no na ka Bruno betima ye hu bibi even in front of India I'm not sure ya
Ugati lusu ball no kwa no blame
Ugati de meme I've always said oh yes me I've always said United will need an athletic midfielder, a technically secured midfielder will crab on finfield betima prepare ball. Ugati any player also United turn. He will be needed for specific games and special games.
Okay.
There are certain players who are needed for special games and he's one of them. Game do now kwa away. We had Liverpool as show Wontumi City ball no more bono. O kwa away game be abet mem. But a proper midfielder that can hold on to possession. Player beyond and a style. Every midfielder has his different style. And Ugarte is nowhere a bad player. I wouldn't say he's a bad player. Now player boy Rogo Boboni here, Copa America we top midfielders, he best 11 or tournament we no count. And Marcelo Bielsa we always watch him. So you wouldn't think that's totally only good. He's a good player, but circumstances and whatever that is in the United team that's not be fit. Even give him a 8 crown and midfielder be called Timmy Crabwa. You could even say be able to bring the best out of Manolo Ugarte. So it's just about United hitting the nail right on the head. It is in the transfer market in the back of Sesco, Muni, Isaac, Muni, Wemu, Komuni, Nadia Bano. Fancy. No, my for Busana Sesco. Me personally, I always say United will 80 million euros. Come on, Fankofa, a midfielder rather than a striker.
And I mean, we say, Tio, no sooner man for suggest Carlos Baleba. To say Musa Dembele of Tottenham Hotspur from seasons ago. Say, Munhia midfielder crowd chain. Striker
United ignore more midfield no for a long period of time. They be better now say analysis be sure say Real Madrid or Wontumi replace Marcelo
and Toni Kroos. Me say be catch us
Wontumi replace Sergio Ramos. A lot of players within the team Wontumi. Ebi ni United there no. After Carrick, United in midfield Pepe Biabim. Pogba solid. But Pogba is not a ideal 6 Otimi control possession. Pogba a proper box to box number 8. Side in the bottom 10. But Obi Obejino when no after Michael Carrick, United in ya Papa Biabim. Casemiro about Abebu Biemfa. Hey, we be bano Abebu Biemfa. Omunya Papa Biabim. They failed to replace such a quality. and they will need to get into the market as soon as possible and get a player and bring him along. Sesko you good. So most Kase be omo de beto bi after Sesko are fine. Good, mini problem yeah. If they are getting Sesko now say omo nya midfielder, omo nya ske bi a phantom midfielder there, and omo first can copy midfielder. But if they are getting Sesko, no most our fans. Omo betimi e de asan obi a. And no me tia Amorim si team no Oscar. Osiska wo
almost ya catch cost on this card there be.
But that so din common out but e ya hwe
because say workers ni bia akọ redundant there say near.
But e ya hwe no mo ye ni sesei. Say omo ba Sesko so de oba e ba boa omo. But fancy afu we me say transfer market na ye to Atodom FC.
Well see Abasa she 2.
Basa she 2 on. Yama be she go ni boa.
Gavin Lewandowski.
Okay, Yama nyan she bi. Aha. Fancy share the transfer window na ya to Atodom FC transfer window. Aden na football edrum pempen so be say your players this omo tie atwa ansa na aton omo. How did we get here? How did we get here? How did we get here?
By bus.
No one is not a woman can say.
And that's our board in our home fan.
Hey, ayo kokum. See, the everyone is a Newton. Say, we are your player and I said, "Debbie, me mobium, me my training, me you say." Is it a trait that is being put out by our clubs treaty players? And a players ni suba show mu no mu nyinkyere je emere duru ansa no ma be yache fancy I believe say clubs are becoming rigid dodo and they are becoming rigid due to the fact that the market na asesa because ono ne ko be player ho ayen fa ne money easy 1.3 it is anything also be ban the player ho also jena jeje mu na player ne de kosa ebi ni Adimola look mo amode ni Isaac mode ni na machi na mbusa mo so we play pa na yes anya ma we nyina wi aba betima he teammate anim
by Isaac ne de on beton because
e wo so mo ton anya so mo beton
Alan Shearer mo nyina ba mo a kon de obeko
fancy e wo so mo ton you see I don't see why Newcastle is trying to minim so ayakoko be de Newton
no ko say obo we ti wa he teammate anim obi abo de bre o
wono play na ono kwan ko be sa
obi abo de bre teammate ndi obo ni issue bia
minim say this is a player who has his own ambitions and his own vision to do a lot of things. I don't know Newcastle, you know, they are only prolonging and worrying a lot of things within the club. Because if I say, Obi signing extension, I'm quite careful. He is not meant to play for them this season. Montono,
Mate,
Munko market anymore. And the position at Newcastle do once is some top club, and they should look at themselves and understand say they are not there. Say your replacement says Komuni a copy. No, you are not there. Brighton in the level, or turn them out 115 million pounds of Akophobia Bishop by 2 years' time.
Well, but I say, Mike, now be okay.
Oh, Francis,
okay. Yeah, Boga, I don't know why they. As a change of weather, sometimes.
More broad bonanus and more broad bonanus.
Wow, wait, yes, se bibia boko
ya mona moya boga for dey say Lucas say o da so wa ya
look na bia we international look sanity ba enye yi o bia but ya da yamnya se so dey akọ
oh yeah very necessary
they are very important yankwa if you go in one piece and return in one piece definitely na ya dom because whilst there is some devastating news some sorry I think is it BBB 15 or so anamebo so all these things are causing tea. Oh, that's why now. Oh, on kwan wada nyako pass it. So it me a bon who buy. We crow mu. Now I show so baby bonny be ankam. Aside that, I think say baby a koi so baby a boko. Embrand is why ye de a money bonny babyano. Ye de betuja ni who send ye see a kona and come on mudi do a man and any sending your mercy call about transfers in sanity. There were times and seasons. No, I'm ready buyer. Now Manchester United with Alex Ferguson Alan Shearer. Now Newcastle so Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer as a member at the Newcastle member and from Manchester United. Why? Because at that time Newcastle, although had not achieved the same level of success to say the man you win. But in a typical British setting, nay, a well-respected British football club. But then the dynamics have changed. Alan Shearer was British, he was English. And so one command you know about Newcastle, it fits that tradition. But then they know the influx of foreigners into the Premier League, it has changed the dynamics kakra. First, now the rivalry between Liverpool and Man U is very fierce. And they want go. First, not the rivalry between Arsenal and Man U, very intense. But Mamenkai was there. And Chebe Brisa, Manchester United need Arsenal at Nasi. They agreed a player exchange deal. Henrik Mkhitaryan changing from the red side to the white and red in London. Alexis Sanchez switching from London to Manchester. But it would have been very difficult for that to happen. So the dynamics of the typical English football setting, assistant, and mostly it has been influenced by the influx of foreigners in the league. Inti unya obi a say media wo me say Liverpool no na me mo inti me boy no side akọ wo Steven Gerrard. It will be difficult to find such a player now. Inti na Trent de ne bae no. He has ambitions, but then again his loyalty to Liverpool, it might be a bit conditional and tied to certain factors, unlike Steven Gerrard no. Today's footballer is influenced by different aspects and different factors. Nti you say you shall say or tietia or Newcastle ni bi on person ko Liverpool. Now footballers play for reasons beyond love for club and loyalty to club. Footballers say mbobo because they made them the club we into me boss side they akọ and they win be very rare. To say beer clubs are make us or more down so kakra one show more it will be pinned towards that will be likely Real Madrid, Barcelona, because of how more unique into a more the exception to the norm now. You realize this is here, but as it stands now, Man U, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Sacra na be Newcastle, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Napoli, wine. None of these clubs can really say it's a player be a unity or a team or be or baby no matter the temptations that will come. The modern day Joseph would withstand and overcome the temptations of Potiphar's wife and see. First now Joseph Potiphar and sacrifice na Joseph so on fire and the Joseph no you 10 9 be fire. Exactly the point. Sugar mommy.
Wontumi 101.3.
So the modern day Joseph will go to bed with Potiphar's wife 9 out of 10 times. It is to prove to you that football loyalty to a club I am tied to conditions and circumstances. Can Newcastle know through to say the PSG apeja, to say the Man City apeja, Liverpool bar on crochet. If they were winning, City is not a prestigious club, but then it will be difficult to prize away a consistent starter. Our Man City team name say Liverpool see me per Man U see me per everything. In terms of pedigree, tradition, prestige, history, whatever, City name by Man U, but City will be easily in a position to convince a player to join. Man U will struggle. Conditions, circumstances, City is on top, Man U at Tiaba form. So aside the history, aside the tradition, so we'll catch a Manchester United player says City for ne bar men kwa. I have player no be do attend when it I won't name their working can. Because City will likely pay similarly to what Man U can pay money. City will win, Man U will struggle to win. Ambition. So Isaac ne person free Newcastle bar Liverpool. Oh, fine. They all qualify for the Champions League. But then again, money. Newcastle will pay. But Liverpool offers something different. That layer, Newcastle will struggle to do that. Why in a G League season here HME?
Liverpool.
In the last 10 years, Liverpool have won the league twice. They've won the Champions League. What has been Newcastle's achievement? It is just winning the Carabao Cup at Liverpool's expense last season. And it's the only significant achievement Newcastle have. There's a player at the peak of his powers, 26, 27. I feel na ball no wa boy hunu boy into Otimude. And every player drew that stage now. He wants a crowning moment, and now he wants crowning moments. But no Michelle goes to say, dear ne buy ambition. Newcastle cannot fulfill the ambition of a player, and it goes across board. Didn't he? I love a statement Akomia made. Brighton, Omaya sa Abua Serewa, Omasho Mohono Modiawino Muduo. Oh yeah, medium and a middle table club. Now when you big club, now person when you big clubs ne kwa. I am ne ding. The Chelsea, yeah, you know, a dance under Roman Abramovich. Chelsea were a middle table club. For Abramovich to come and transform the club to become a big club. And time you see, into Newcastle, no. Era now, or peso peja de bano. Check the dominance and then the teams available. When Chelsea were rising, it was two dominant forces in Arsenal, Manchester United. The Chelsea PS are now a third force which is emerging. And yet now there is City, there is Liverpool, Chelsea. They have not faded. Manchester United, amidst their turmoil, they are still regarded as a big club. You can add the other ones who are near competing. Better than Newcastle, because Newcastle's ambition or project will be fueled by Saudi Arabian oil money. Man City's project is fueled by another same heritage, but different countries. The difference a woman say shark see or kwa onye nipa bonini. Ni teammate no more no. A mubia no offer way by sa bia. They will likely do what Ishak is doing or even do worse. A son of football dynamics net here. The scene is dominated by foreigners who don't understand culture and tradition per the setting they are in. And they will move based on factors that will trigger them. It be ambition, it be money. Loyalty today, I am telling you for a fact, it is tied to conditions. Loyalty, and it is a personal. Loyalty today is tied to certain conditions, and if those conditions prevailing, I fear and careful. Me repeat it beyond the modern day Joseph. 9 out of 10 will go to bed with Potiphar's wife. You should check the times that we are in.
Wow, me that say Mike. Nti say ese bogus na ba bedroom ti nkaibona no ye guso kam say ye old Facebook page no Facebook for na nkasa say 1 or 2 bi nto omodo omonsa ka omade and say the ine say less than 3 days eni ana yamam foforo said be ya yendwumadi IG live on YouTube, live on TV, digital satellite, afei live on radio stations mako 4 Wontumi 101.3 FM ni your 101.3 so I was serious so bako and so I was takrade and 100.9 so I want to me our tamale omunyina efa anti channels mama say Facebook na dia no ya creating Wontumi TV live no live no caps TV na live na caps so there Wontumi TV na not the life and so also so in caps a bay about less than 3 days no I'm say following kwana e konti oba I'm also among for send message so munya until your bo Wontumi TV now the life no also so be aba for new page no oh yes kwa unya bo cry be life be no aba
new Facebook
new page no less than 3 days and I'm say Mama Zuckerberg so wani
Wontumi ye nyom o ha no me ya flag yo ana ye twa ye the way restriction at all so
na Twitter so tie
oh that be omunjai sa
Twitter say first put picture post Wontumi suspend
I think say because of na say on my profiles ni bebre professional na omuma meskaninti among robots ni omo AI detectors no they are mostly committing flaws in assessing pages near there. To where the Omon Fanche, as I wouldn't me there.
Because
a domino,
yes,
a domina and Tungusuna,
Busiano, yes, indeed. Our Facebook, Wontumi TV. Now about live, Eddie Asoso in caps, Ebeya Banwa flow, Nafi, Washe, Amafo Fronso, and because still an amount for you who said, yes, Bisu crab, sir, you create me fra. I call live announce or call live.
I think the next step will likely be verification. And the whole set your own verification.
True.
Until 3 days and 9.7K. No?
Less than 3 days.
Oh, it's a movement stronger than the
appetite. Cabo said, "Be I find it."
I don't fancy you. Yes.
Boga for no table no so you also an house on an office.
I'm a couple of Cesara.
Hey, they will see fun on.
We go to Ethiopia.
With Ethiopia, more bad time.
Unko to say we also job get to us called Durban. Unko to say polo cream money.
Hey, Newton is a man in South Africa, Dean. Sifue Helawacho. Sifue Helawacho. Maybe Sabako say, I don't know, Momutimi, do Esuko, Minimuti born,
I plan a dinner, one have a bonnet in Gonza, and that's it. Asante. Whoa, Cabo, into it.
Young anyway, now you come say South Africa for a bar. Now, said, Massa, man for you, Madia Museum, Chinamu Mahabium. Canadian win. Canadian win. Well, young Quena in common Ghana League no answer upon a catch was official and be release the fixtures into many of the Babonte. Shara Kobeme after matches now and obey me about so no match day one no day a decline or Ghana Premier League games ever ball a Barcelona stars or many 11 wonders and ever ball first game or Harson so a game a decline or many United at the ball the Heart of Lions and the Dreams at the ball and the Gold Stars and the Bechem United ball and after young Apostles and the Diama Carella and the Adriana Bebo Brekum Chelsea and the Kotoko and after Nations and the Swadro All Blacks we more a game the Basel Vision and the Samates we more and the ball match day one or Ghana League say and a match day one and so maybe see a quite one seminal at the airba now or share a match I will be a any Musembia a bit to me Abaso our Ghana in League no man now will be a said that by and a Ghana version of El Clasico and so a bit to me Abaso now said the new city match day 5 for no and you been Kotoko and it has a game no so so ebetimi abaso nti match day 5 no has ebetine fie no atone nsa Afrikumasi Asante Kotoko no said the new city don sem de ma e wo show no so nti sa anetie na ohwe games no enso betimi abaso Kotoko wo first 5 games wo mo ebebo and afi has so first 5 games wo mo ebebo e wo league no ma say ana city na ohwe has so has first 5 game ne hohoi e de ebebo ani wo a match no ebeba so and afi omo bo hohoi wo homa no omabo Dreams e wa away e no e gamer wo mbebo omo wi na omo 11 wonders enso abo home na omabo Bechem United e wa away na Asante Kotoko wo ma abo home e no e first 5 games e di Emma has a vote Kotoko first 5 games no obo Brekum Chelsea wa away when Gold Stars ebebo home na Frabebo Barcelona Stars e wa away Heart of Lions obebo no home na obo has a vote so e wa away e no e has and as a Kotoko so first 5 games no saying and no so city mediama first 5 games so obo ne young Apostles e de babo ani owia obebo Vision owia no ne Carella e de abo ani owia no abo Nation and sa no ne aduana e de abo ani we so e mediama wo mo first 5 games and ye de wonsem e de Emma Gold Stars so omo anaja omo league champions omo first 5 games no e Bechem United omo ball e home na omo abo Kotoko enso e wa away wo mo wi a omo ball breku Chelsea ewo home na afi o ma be ball All Blacks all Blacks we are no more any Barcelona Stars e dia ball anyway and so Go Stars wo mo first 5 games no e Ghana in league no na e do nsa be nti say ana Ghana Premier League eno e ba so no fixtures and so city e do nsa the Bayerem na afi ni nkoma kakra na ye nto so enche na 31st ordinary congress no e ba so ne Ghana Football Association na ni nyina ne say o mo che say third term na ho nkomo ana e ba say o ye racket e so metimi aboa na afi third term no eno so etimi akoso say be a congress ne bo metimi agi atum na eno so etimi abaso minim say asare bo do ne Messiah na afi new team be di nko because me say me kai say tete masem yera kwesi nya nteji be ka se emra no se wote so na wo sha eya emra no wo a wote so ne de on benefit de oba no ana be benefit ye we se yera ket se o moji tum se tete no be baso a wono as a FA president be benefit bi ana se wono ontimi benefit emra no na afi law no nsem no ye be di on komo na mo Jerome Ochre de atuja se samra na on be se o mo hye selfish interest em se obi interest ana obe se wono so revive ana se ekọ edema nti no mo yes o Ghana ye ko congress na ya say ye football no tete beba so de ama FA president ya de a ono beka say interest a emwa Ghana football e betie nsem kakra John Ochre e de tudwa about tete issue a eno koso e wo the FA wo mo asye
Wontumi 101
the various so I don't think it is something that serves or will serve the interest of Ghana football because in my opinion our football is just coming out of the checkered things that the football corruption expose number 12 put us through. If you have come on the back of something rough like number 12 and you have only worked with all the things that were put in place from that period till now for only 6 years, why do you want to change it when we have not tested the various systems that have been in session since 2019? So I come from the position that the term limit extension or the proposal to extend the term limit is selfish. It is selfish because I see it to be the people in office right now seeking to elongate their stay in power. And that for me is not the best.
on already atudwe don samade banyame adoma yehwe se ema no wo mu wafu zombie championship no eno enso betimi akoso as Champions League na yehwe se the New City police ladies wo ma qualify omo rep Ghana e Africa na ore coach a wodo omo edi djuma na coach the friend Abu Kasim anaja ono so any sport for twin komo training grounds enra and what it to say ne license no en qualify ni say obetumi any team na ko ne mom oma high coach a your friend Yusuf Bazigi ono adabeboa na omri team na ko ne mo ono beta as assistant coach na ono hwe nneoma say the coach Yusuf Bazigi betimi aboa na omatimi akọ ebibi e Africa yenti coach Abu Kasim kakra ono enso
I'm not going to lead the team tactically or technically because I'm not qualified to be the head coach in Africa. I'm a license B holder. That's why my brother is here, Coach Yusuf Bazigi. You know, so he's going to sit in as the head when we go there. But then, of course, this is my team. You know, everybody, this is my team. But my brother is here to lead us. So pressure is not on me. He's taking all the pressure. So for now, all the pressure is on him. So I can have time to think. You understand? And give him my maximum support. Because when a team performs, we look at his assistants. When the team underperforms, we look at his assistants. It's only in Ghana here, when the team doesn't perform, they say the head coach is not good. Because the assistants do all the work. So he's coming here to share his experience.
Team no niam nko team no coach ne nyade na head coach na sa enu yansem kakra ya to dwam se bdafo ababetie na afo modi won komo ho no baba Iraq Sports Stadium no pa no ye video ba ye be sense so e de am no eye kan say NS no ana ye tin say omo NK NUST Department of Horticulture woma kabom ene Ghana Fire Service omo boa revive baba Iraq Sports Stadium en tef no so but fancy reporting say can say we enye NSC for na ebo ho ka reporting say can say kotokofo ana ebo ho ka yes project we over Rock Sports Stadium but some the fans no more now so ekodiama NSC new report about Ghana Police Service and after the KNUST Department of Horticulture sani eteno earlier and say omo any NSC ana adwumanemum report about say kotokofo krobia na fa ho ka ma sa adwumade we enso etimi akoso eno reporter if you are edebado onsem edema ne e show no so Kumasi Asante Roko o ma reach agreement with former great Olympics ringer Ibrahim Sule bebo trials e wa Dakojachi e se ne no modemo ebesia call reporter ban say personal terms e agreed a mo se any obetimi aye na medical na obo adwuma the amatim ne no onsem no na Asante Roko ye team yi e se Evans o say osu o mo expect say ne obetimi abakumase na afi won so atimi abebo adwuma na afi oni coach Abdulkarim Zito enso awie na afi kotoko team no abebo adwuma no Evans o say usu ensem ana de ema ne o show no so ntisei ana nuama enso esiti ewram na afi ato asas nso ese so far almost signings no say squad no say and a house for no woman so 4 unofficial omodiaba now exclusively report I mean say can say 16-year-old made for their friend says Said Suraj akodaba kwa omu he say ni wo metimi asai no sir branch Suraj ne papa any Musa Suraj obo house or 1987 ebe pim 1989 inja akrai so ebe to aso na afi ne papa dwumadi odi e ma house no nso etimi ato aso no kakra if you are there by don sem so edema and e show no so Stars reports about say my unveiling a branch of any Gideon Asante Yabua or no and so a later sign a me for Dynamo or no arrive with where a former House of Oak a player no 3 years and Umasina a branch of Gideon Asante Yabua and so a Uja a woman unveiling a Jano Aso or Doma I asem get to a crown sem kaka and no not fancy chan tournament no egusum koso na ore resource na ebana na timi say Ghana Kubia and Kawesi betimi abomodin kakra na nka etimi akoye nimnemu yankobi but results na eba no enra games no Morocco ehye no Angola entimi ante sa na koye Madagascar fonso ene Mauritania omu game no ye goalless draw and afi Kenya omu ni DR Congo eboy ma DR Congo twomo Kenya mom hye DR Congo kabako a omu entimi ante na Kenya for no omu awa Kasarani stadium ho echi ho enra fancy no omu ye demonstration pa against omu president IFN Ruto na omo say de ekoso eni say papa no ase football nkwa ne fa no ho omo si ni pay wu Kenya eni asem geto akra ase won fa ho over young ye can say people are omu wu be 100 last year omo si ni pa 100 ewu ye this year any pansu gusu but omu founti Ruto must go Rala must go and Uhuru must go ewo any stadium ho na say omu ye just demonstration and asem get to akra honsem enso eno nti later say ba no Franka Mankwa family of Gold Stars and so Ajoni Karela eno kakra eno so ifro dey by in a few days no wo mu the announcement ebe ba beto abontia no kakra ba na Kenya for no many abrepa omo the demonstration Montino so so much serious because my serious pa
bedroom baby no wutun say Africa from be imagine so so be come
oh yeah
because omo ko South Africa banana ya mo kwa no mu dia dance
oh yeah
sana was say
yes
right nti emra ne emra mehwem kakra ko say ya be ma omo so omo ba beje omo airtime aba beje yes
new yo only say the adina kwakoye no Ivan so say usu die ne betimi akodane bania free e die ne bi bania free ba kotoko adakoja che be train na fans ne share nim bania free because at that time who was bania free obi so you good onye good e be fare yemfa no e no koy wan kokwa e no ko hasfolk the any answer hasfolk afano is been part of the squad and obi anim the story net here. But later na koto fans ebusa say oh no ba ne yemfa no say o ekwasi ni ye so tia ye say da wakra say even so say usu I understand say has fans in open power but Didi as the leader of the club no from the technical department to the perspective of medical side or say on pay even so say usu he's not convinced with the medical report and inside aka yo oh no o wife nko dwoma o yi tomato sa we be born down.
I funny videos now. We be sure one bag inside the one way out on.
You be no side radio. Did the or share reporter? Yeah, they far Evans home man no or not convinced. So pay Evans, but fans need your money Evans. So fans need pay. Whatever be the case, I understand say Evans and the crop you bit me. Talking about who Evans has been. Season as matters J league, you know. Your boss said Dauda, Emmanuel Mama, but Musa at that time he was the most valuable player at 175,000 euros. At a year now, some matters league, you know. Baba Musa from Sky FC. No, but grow. The growth trajectory was so apparent. Everybody saw said the guy was growing from Sky to Semantics. But Evans Usu for playmaking, goal scoring, versatility. Why a ring with me lady line or say boss and nine no a movie out of space with me a coco occupy. Evans is good, but he went out injured. And Semantics co African Jano. I haven't seen Evans henceforth. We named the situation city, but and come up back you be a medino. Independently, those in common mame confidence say Evans were good. Say Evans was say Usu Sama Kotoko say Kim Yao. My care for by the Kotoko team.
Ose say Evans or say Usu. Let's sign him as Santo Kotokwa. Why are they? My yet careful, so much careful about Kotoko team. Say yeah, areas being tea. Me shut down you suro Kotoko team this hour. Me discuss here. There's a certain area be a some of failing. But Evans in your back Kim Yao. Kotoko na ihu. Yao TMA. No can I catch on. Me so places so you know me. Oh yes. And my analyzing games but come more than 1,005. I still have them on my laptop. Database I mean what about your players, you know. I know them. Two, every time me who's a coach is it today a better more. Even though the talk me be an hame. When they come 7 and I'm in Pekra. Yes, he functions as number 7. He said he loves to work for Kwampuku. Boy, no there, I bet there or for the system's sake or cockball right. But I come on per box no or per around the area. Na Kotokunya Evans so say Usuaya. Or Modi Pitami the back of 7. No Evans at 11. No the Kwampuku near Betamo top. No the could set. And a Hilaria double, a general defense in him, 4-4-2 standard, 2 central deep, 2 out wide, and a 2 top. They move away from the 4-3-3. Now, a Banesanua make us say, Bubusa say, Emmanuel Lentry, because Emmanuel Lentry, you know, or Bojana could just set in a Hilaria double him, or South Africa against Kaiser Chiefs. Typical 4-3-3. And one day, Peter Midwaka, a can better more, and a Kwampuku. Now, and no Yana and Penisa, Peter Betumrika. Nemum Kamenya, you have 2 typical strikers around the box. No advice so you obey. Not the Pitamidua atoso. 2 plus trickery, dribbling, 1-on-1. They are fierce. Peter 1-on-1 Obakoja. Evans is a bad boy on the line. We a fullback in Asia. He can also score. Quite do feet. But then I'm putting watch a comedy macacra the final call. Samatis. Now what? On Jibbo say what can a hand or Muna or Ronaldinho style bino. O Bono Crano say.
On your meme pes. Wontumi.
Division 2 be play about Cobo now. That's what Maradona say. You have to give him. Evans Uchano, he understands it. I love such players. Nyafeno any now also the station mu kra na petel mempe kra so se kutunya Evans be Peter ho a 2 players on beka Saka ho beka Emmanuel Lentry because the system will move from 3 central midfielders to just 2. Not Evans and Peter out and Kwampuku ni abet. Imagine having Kwampuku and Abet more around the box. Yo, we are 4-5 on any day who do it full time. When you break say cry. And they will play the confederation to the maximum point. Kotoko should sign Evans or say Usu. Kotoko should sign Evans or say Usu. Quickly. Said BBR medically. Perfect, yeah. Zito and signing. And you know Zito, he can blend possession and counter-attacking game. He's gone to Africa. He's been with Dreams. A squad in terms of quality. We didn't find to Kotoko. Now Babenya the quality no was sort of saying maybe you free banner. Kotoko should sign Evans or say Usu.
has of signings, you know. Famra TV no send home kuro for. So far 4. Obaba central defender, no Bo Ali Mohammed. Apart from being very careful, no you serious. Boys too we be man competition. As be there, has fans drawn a pa. On one the to the beer, so or G2 say game like 1 minute to cry I am point. A hona ya no switch focus. Every time but
for upcoming season.
About Chelsea we are. Then there is a game against Barcelona Holy Stars. Obeshia has to folk within the first 5 matches. There is a game against BBN Gold Stars in the first 5 games. So check in here. In teach a Kotoko about first game match day 1. No match day 1.
Day 1 we go start from day 3.
Away at Brecum Chelsea. Obo match day 1 we are. Obo Brecum Chelsea the we per match day 2. I think it is Barcelona Stars or so. No about BBN Gold Stars. No about Pando Heart of Lions. No about ball.
So match day 1. Asante Kotokobo Chelsea na Wokaniwia.
Yeah, match day 2 BBN Gold Stars.
Match day 2 Gold Stars ewo home.
Na match day 3 wabo.
Match day 3 wabo Basake Holy Stars.
Away.
Match day 4
Heart of Lions.
Yeah.
Match day 5 House of Folk. Away. First 5 games. And no check here. By virtue of league placing last season, no, it means that Gold Stars Nigeria League, House of Folk came into the top 4 after their 2 Nations FC point deduction. No. Heart of Lions were in the top 6. Oh, rank here. BBN Gold Stars, Asante Kodoko, Accra House of Folk, why never Babion, Pando Heart of Lions. To check in the just last season, top 4 now, you know, in the first 5 games for Kotoko, approaching this season, Obeshia Mutre, BBN Gold Stars, the defending champions, House of Folk, a top 4 appearance maker, and then Pando Out of Lions, a top 4 appearance maker. Then you name the history behind Kotoko. Any Brecum Chelsea away matches, ewo Brecum. How difficult it is. Then you have a tricky away game against Barcelona Holy Stars. So the start for Kotoko will be very tough. And unim senya nyoma around the club society. Along the line, they will also be competing in Africa. So it means everything that has to do with preparations. The new season, they must leave no stone unturned. Checklist to be ready for their action. It was so Newton the has the action, but this is has almost first 5 matches. Okay. Again, it means in back-to-back seasons, House of Folk are facing a newly promoted team. Last season, all started the Barcelona Holy Stars started Nagazali Mokosho again at home. House of Folk are playing against Ohoi United. What they compare against Ohoi United. What they compare Kotoko? Last season, Kotoko started with a tricky away game against Karela. This season, or started with a tricky away game against Brecum Chelsea. Has started with, on paper, a very good home game against a newly promoted side. In reality, no, or messing it up. They are starting again with a very good home game against a newly promoted side. Then we have our Dreams. Dreams remember on crying. Then has Bessan Swat Nefishia 11 Wonders.
They say first 3
games, you know. Has Bewo Greater Accra region on to Quine. First 3 Obewo Greater Accra region on to Quine.
Okay.
Because Dreams will likely play again at Tuba. Into Dreams with Tuba has has against 11 Wonders a has home game. Has against Ohoi has home game. The only trip has will make in the first 5 games a trip to Bechim. 4 out of the 5 first games for Accra Folk next season a games of Bebo Greater Accra region.
There's a region where we will 4 games.
Exactly. So in terms of cost, it is so. In terms of travel distance, better in the second round. In terms of travel distance, it is so. So they have everything to start the season well. Excuse me, anyhow. Has what everything they need to make sure say yashe new man in ye and a baba season. And if they start well, last season na fixtures no relatively name more than kakra. After the first 5 matches, has picked 5 points out of 15. 5 out of 15 points from the first 5 games. I believe that realistically on paper, dear Wahi, see a bonny in a na house of folk, I pick 12 points out of 15 crowd will not be surprised. 10 out of 15, still very good. So I think compare on paper, Kotoko were the most difficult first 5 games. On paper, House of Folk were the best, and I said the ideal first 5 games to start for Midiama. Obo Young Apostles away, No Abebo Vision at home, Karela away, Nations at home, Ediana away. Tricky games. Then for Gold Stars, our title defense will start with a home game against Bechem. No, I bought away game against Kotoko. No, I bought a home game against Brekum Chelsea.
Hey.
Now I bought away game against All Blacks. No, I bought Holy Stars. Away. And tricky, but a probability say Omobenya most points from this. No, it was true. So a interesting fixture lineup, and I want to commend Adesa Productions for no. Do you know what they are doing now? Oma start take Kokoko venues, They've gone to maybe a young apostle somebody when Chimeba. Oma Koshe when Chiho say ye match a him funny a. So they've done all the survey. There is a video here to that effect. Exactly. So it means they are studying every Premier League venue to know. Say a man Sony be match a honey beba. You say so. Munya bibi crasi NC structure be the camera basis for better camera viewing angles. And they've started this, so kudos to them. Almost uncommon. We'll have enough time to talk about it. Any day, about the third term bid. Proposal so or movie or time that's one. Okay, or maybe watching.
Fancy me one same you neka. 1 the third term. 2
Wontumi 101.3 Nyaminsawo.
The owner of Lagos Cities, Mr. Tibu.
Yeah, Lagos Cities.
Yeah, Lagos Cities or Moko relegation. Now, I have dug deep into the issue and the reasons why it is a. But you know, because I issue him, but Sisi and Nkoma, me no be this Sisi and yes, say. A day, Anna touch my four. Ya maame mo, ya papa mo, ye nuanom. Ye nim how a Techima 11 Wonders Ball League nim the importance of Techima 11 Wonders to the community. Na suddenly, club ni be free ho. Akwa ku piemu on kran. Edin sesa anyway ni there ye be holding one because I have few details be. Sem so chene ba. But this is the question I'm asking Obiani and Penny for more Techimai. I then I'm
problems over to club now. I said Nippon and Indian no
problem. But maybe issue
I don't give you community anymore.
What you say? And then there was a community
automatically obey free.
Oh, yeah, free war. And that's what's yeah, free war.
And that's one ton some I know.
What am I say? And the reasons the owner is giving. Na ask him. Na owner no crab them cross help players crampo sani or mudi juma no. And utie a car all bo team nim free team besi in nase to qualify them to the Premier League at this stage. Ni searching. Na ni searching no watu ana mwaba A, watu ana mwaba B, watu ana mwaba na obia ntimi nyahwe. Obia ntimi mwa. Samre no e bia ba say oh e be kwa enko. But with time. With time. Fancy. You promise you a for. Send me ad much na. O time na so. details be was do will be here.
I will say the very next.
Then I will ask the GFA different questions too about owner and director test. League nim.
Because now cities for only been so come.
Because cities ne come. The end cities Lagos cities for ne break him. But that same person everything has to different club. I didn't hear dealing with no Ghana Premier League anymore.
Matimiza ochina na yaba na yaba beto so de fro wo easy bana shadow quick mama nwe na fe yenko enso embra na nyame adma Emmanuel enso ene Abigail a wedding ebeba so na say weekend ya nyame adma on the 9th of August na eba so na Emmanuel ne Abigail a wedding ne steward I don't know 9th August our kuntina say dedu yakon eho ana ima ene Abi enso wedding eba so steward nyame nkan ho ene wife eho na onton super enwosu aba beta wachi ama bibia so ai kama one fine electrician enso eno no nyame blesse mo junior na omani omanso enye fine enso emamo and I feel so Charles Arthur and so any Ruth and Chua and so a wedding and Yamea Dman so I 9th August I was so for Asokore him fear honoma Cedar Crescent and as a Cedar Crest Hospital and a yes our wedding and so about so we Shadrach and so any Abema Charles Arthur and Ruth and Chua and so a wedding Ebebaso so far so Kore anti Yen Shannon so and so Emma Monafi Newman Kokama Ninia ba Shadrach nia ba ana chese nyame ya adoma nsa enso atobi so nti o se ye be support na Emmanuel manso aye fine ti mo nhye nso na easy